just some more whiskey. I can't seem to understand how you do this to me. You've been running in circles inside my head. Wasn't looking for love, but baby, I found you instead. Saw you in the red dress. I can't seem to understand how you got all that finesse. Still been running in circles inside my head. Wasn't looking for love, but baby, I found you instead.
අහර්මන් කුඩාරු රෝතම හොලනේ එම්මෙන් එක්කොම්වි
මිහාර zaman බදල් වෙච්චේ ඒ එකුදින් උලෙන් බේනුම් වාගොයි
ज़मानायको इधर कमे बदलू मंदायर वैस बाइंग आदत ज़मान तक करते में गिनते को बत्ती ये के ट्रेडिशन ने की
Hey guys, welcome back to Dhiraagu Supersonic by Glitch Gaming. Tonight it's me, Aksam, and finally we've got Moonis and Juve back as commentary and analyst. I have been so exhausted last night because I had to jump between two screens as well. Please don't try it at home. Anybody who watched the stream last night, I have no apologies because I had a lot of fun. We are here to celebrate Rocket League and 20 days of it. We've already made it to day 17 already to crown the indisputable champion of Rocket League here in the Maldives. And tonight, like I said, joining you tonight is me as your host, Moonis on commentary, and Yube as our analyst. Before we get into details of how far we've come, let's take a look at all of the people who have been making this a possibility for us. First of all, we've got Mandu Mus with a free Musk case every night. And for a lucky draw winner, not for us guys, don't get me wrong, and a pizza from Pizza Bona as well for a lucky draw winner. And we've got Print Lab, who printed all of our banners, which is making us look as professional as we do in our pajamas. And we've got eLife as an MVP sponsor, more on that later. And then Gizmo with the technical know-how and the gadgetry that's making this a possibility for us. Finally, last but not least, I would like to extend a warm thank you to Dhiraagu as well, our title sponsor, who's been giving us the connection to make this possible, for us to reach you guys over these distances. I say distances because I've been talking about social distancing so much over the past few nights. I hope everybody's doing well, everybody's safe. Mooney, Yube, are you guys okay?
Yeah, everything good on my end.
Yube
Yes,
as
very
well?
much so. Yeah.
All right, glad to hear that, guys. This is Dhiraagu Supersonic by Glitch Gaming, where we pit together 20 teams against each other to try and pick that one team of 3 players that's going to be the indisputable champion of Rocket League. Now, anybody who's seeing the stream for the first time, who has no idea what's going on, trust me, neither did I when I first started this. So we'll get there as we go on. But before we get there, I would like to tell you that we are now in the knockout stages of this tourney. We've already gone past the group stages where we had 4 groups and a lot of drama happening as well. And 8 teams from there made it to what was known as the upper bracket. But let's go through the group stage numbers right now. As you can see, the ones that we've highlighted for you guys, helpfully, those are the teams that made it. But I would also like to note that Group C has no representatives left in the tourney anymore, right? Yep, Vector and Profats Non-Peril have been kicked out, and now we're down to just 6 teams: EVG, 13 from Group D, Storm and Baguettes, and also Juice and Capalot. There we are. We've got the upper bracket, as you can see up here. Yube, would you like to describe what happens on the upper bracket as it is?
Well, the upper brackets for the teams which hasn't lost, and the lower brackets is for the teams that has lost, and then so how it works is in the knockout stage, each team has 2 lives. So in the first day, we played only in the upper bracket because we didn't have any losers. Now, after the first few matches, when when the teams lost, they dropped down to the lower bracket. So they're gonna have to play in the lower bracket, and they could possibly make it up to the finals if they keep going.
As you can see, we've had 13 drop to the lower bracket. They played against Vector, and Vector was kicked out. And we've got Profats Non-Peril. Surprisingly, they lost against EVG. And now EVG is waiting for their opponent. So is 13. Tonight, we're going to be seeing 3 matches. 2 of them would be in the upper bracket matches, which is the quarterfinals, where we're going to be seeing Juice going up against Storm. And then the Baguettes against the Capalot. Mooney, what do you think is going to happen tonight?
One of the matches that I'm most excited for is this first one that we have here, Juice versus Storm. So far, for both of these teams, we have seen a really, really good performance, especially Juice, right? Storm sometimes do struggle with some teams when they're, meeting that people that I consider to be in their relative similar skill bracket. But Juice has been playing really well from start to finish. So I'm very excited to see these 2 teams, which I consider either one of them could be champion. So to see them go head-to-head this early on is a very exciting prospect. As for the Baguettes and Capalot, I really like the Baguettes. I like the way that they play. I like the way that they do their rotations. I like kind of the style that they bring to their games. So I think that facing against the Baguettes is the toughest challenge that Capalot would have faced up until this point. If they can overcome it, that would be amazing. But I'm kind of more towards the Baguettes for that one.
All right, just to reiterate, we are seeing Capalot having beaten EVG. Now, EVG did something nobody expected in this tourney. EVG managed in the group stage to kind of kick out one of the strongest, most formidable teams who, until they met EVG, was really comfortably at the top of their groups as well. Yeah, we're talking about switch tactics, guys. That's why you're not seeing them on this list. It's not that we didn't invite them for this tourney, boys and girls. They did. They came. They saw, but they could not conquer. And now we're left with Capalot having defeated EVG, and Capalot's moved forward. So that kind of makes me a little worried about that match as well. Capalot might be bringing something very new, very fresh, and very dangerous to the scene as well. But why are these teams basically fighting it out? It's because of, the prize pool. We've got 20,000 rupiah on the prize pool. We've got 10,000 for the first place winners, second place getting 7,000, and third place taking home 3K. All right, and I also mentioned an MVP prize, which is a 32-inch TV. Guys, this is for the MVP of the final match. So the teams that are battling it out here, only 2 teams would be getting the chance to vie for this prize. So everybody's got to try really hard to even make it there. And well, we're talking about what happened last night. Well, the major thing, the most important thing is that I had a lot of fun as well. But the second thing I would like to mention is that a lot of really interesting matches happened last night. So let's take a look at the highlights.
Don't that feel real funky, y'all? But I think I'm gonna need a little help from the horn section. Is that all right? Yeah. And that goes a little something like this. Here we go. Na, 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 na. Na, 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 na. Na, 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 na. Na, 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 na. Here we go. Na, 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 na.
Hmm.
Wow,
I
what a
am-
night.
I am so sorry that it still said day 15. That was day
Oh.
16, guys. We're not trying to lie to anybody who's watching the stream right now. But sometimes we get a little too excited. You just saw the
We-
matches.
We
What do you
glitched
think?
again.
Okay, Mooney, tell me what you think of what you just saw.
All right. Based on the different matches, I can see that a lot of the players that we really put a lot of stock behind, they seem to be having at least performance anxiety issues when it comes to the knockout stage, right? People like Nizo, Trezzo, some of the members of Vector. So overall, like our predictions going forward were based on how these teams performed in the past. But when they entered the knockout stage, it's like something changed, and all of them just kind of locked up, and we never really got to see their full potential, which was really sad, at least on the losers' side. However, on the winners' side, teams like 13, they're actually showing better performance than they did before. So I'm looking forward to seeing what they take to the final.
What about you, Yube?
Well, honestly, like knockout stage has been really surprising. Like as Moni has mentioned before, like I thought 13 would get knocked out. Not gonna lie, nothing against them. And then they were like, nah, bro, like we better than what you think. And then it's like they got so much better in the knockout stage, and then we are seeing them like beat teams like Vector, who had like a perfect score, and then they were beaten by Storm, and then they went to the lower bracket. And then I thought they would climb back from that, but then 13 was like, no.
Denied.
Yeah, like mostly I feel like these teams are playing at a level they were not at the group stage. They are way better. We are seeing better tactics. I don't know what happened, but it's good because we are seeing like a new level of play, and that's what I'm hoping to see tonight.
It's pretty interesting, right? The winners are winning in really great ways we haven't seen before, and the losers are losing badly in ways we've never seen from them. It's kind of a weird situation.
I mean, it went from like we all thought it would not be perfect sweeps, but then we are still seeing perfect sweeps because one of the teams just vastly gets better than the other. If I'm not wrong.
Maybe I just jinxed it.
With Mooney's really existential description of it, I would like to extend to everyone who is watching the stream. There are two things you can do in chat today. I did mention a free Masalo case and a free pizza. Well, worry not. You can still earn it because all you gotta do is type GG in the chats of whichever stream you're watching, whether YouTube, Facebook, or even Twitch, and you stand a chance to be part of the lucky draw raffle where we would be choosing two winners. One would get my favorite prize, which is the Masalo case, and the other one would get a free pizza from Pizza Bona as well. Feel free to share it with us. And also, another thing we're going to be doing tonight on chat is these matches. You know who's going up against who. We've got Juice versus Storm, we got BUGAETTES versus CAPALOT, and we got 13 versus one of the teams that would lose in the first match, either Juice or Storm. I don't want to jinx it, don't want to say who, but you guys feel free to drop your predictions in the chat as well. We will be taking it into account. We will be talking about it, and the person who says the most embarrassing thing on chat, we will give you a shout out as well. But before we get there, I would like to allocate 20 seconds to each of my friends here to tell me what your predictions are. Mooney, go first.
All right, let's take a look at today's matchups, right? When it's Juice versus Storm, it's very hard to predict because both of them are really top teams. But so far, I've enjoyed Juice's play better, so I'm gonna go with Juice. CAPALOT versus BUGAETTES, I think the BUGAETTES have a distinct advantage on that one based on their performance. As for 13, I guess that really depends on who is facing them. So I'm gonna say Juice and BUGAETTES stand a better chance to win.
Alright, I'm sorry I did not make this clearer for you, Mooney, and that's why you had to rush through it, but we're going match by match. So like Juice versus Storm. Thank you for like the insight on both, but I would like to hear more insight after this match on the BUGAETTES match as well.
Okay, sure.
Yeah. So Yube, why don't you tell me about Juice and Storm? Who do you think's gonna win and why?
Well, anybody would assume Juice is the team who's going to take it, but Storm showed like a whole level of their play against Vector. So it could be their game, but I'm still leaning forward to Juice because I want to see them go to the finals, honestly. Kind of rooting for them. Like a little bit of bias here and there, but yeah.
I have this thought, right? So far, let's compare Storm and Juice Juice. One of the reasons why I think that Juice Juice is more likely to win is because I feel like Juice Juice have been more consistent in this tournament than Storm. Storm have had games where they were phenomenal and games where they were just great. And the difference between phenomenal and great might not seem like significant, like when we talk about it, but in a game, it's very apparent. So Juice Juice have not really shown us a bad performance yet. So this consistency might end up being the determining factor. So I'm leaning towards that side for this one.
All right, boys. I am going to leave you with the match right now. It was fun. It was great to have you guys back. Thank you. Now I can breathe a little bit. I hope you guys have fun. Yube, I'm hoping to hear a lot more from you during the match as well. Don't fall asleep. See you in a bit.
All right.
I can't really fall asleep with these matches because it's do or die now.
No more perfect sweeps, I hope. Fingers crossed. Anyway, welcome to day 17 of Dhiraagu Supersonic, right? And we're going to be seeing Juice Juice go up against Storm first, right? So just to remind everybody, both of these teams are considered to be very high-level, highly skilled top teams in the tournament so far. They've won plenty of matches to get here. Some of them were even like perfect sweeps. Plenty of them were perfect sweeps, actually. But we can talk about all of that some other time. For now, 5 minutes on the clock, and we're jumping right in. All right. So, Storm got here by defeating Vector, and Juice Juice got here by taking down 13, which eventually went on to knock Vector out of the tournament as well. So both of these teams have fought and earned their place in this match here. Anyway, so far the game's opened up and you see that it's kind of really even on both sides. You're seeing just exchanges of balls, but you don't really see that there are particularly aggressive attacks or anything going on. But maybe it's because both teams are feeling each other out. What do you think, Yuve?
Well, so far we're seeing Storm mostly on the offense. A lot of players and a lot of aggressive plays, and Juice Juice kind of composed, like thinking about a counter play for every move they make. But so far, it looks like Storm is controlling the pace, but Juice Juice looks really composed, so it could go either way.
Yes, you're right. I can see it when you point it out like that. Storm is the one who's really deciding how fast or slow the ball is going, but the Juice Juice defense is not very stressed out, at least based on their movements, you know? They seem to be taking their time, they seem to be getting into position and all that, and I don't know. It's looking like they are relatively comfortable right now. But anyway, that was an interesting bunch of attacks on the Juice Juice side of the goal, but what made it interesting to me was how less of an urgency there was on the defense's side to really defend against it. In fact, one player was literally sitting inside the goal and just meandered out when the ball just started rolling away. Like almost as if they knew they wouldn't have to go out there and waste any boost or energy or just anything. It's kind of interesting. I guess it shows that when you play Rocket League at a high level for a very long time, you kind of start developing really good instincts as to when you should go for it and when you should kind of hold back. Sorry, that was Storm's side. Anyway, ball now on the Juice Juice side of the pitch, and Raf on the defense with CZ challenging him up in the air. I ain't now trying to create an opportunity, but it looks like it's been cleared. Raf going for the ball, and Astro on the defense. Astro manages to get the boost, so that's pretty useful for him. Humus now trying to defend. I think he kind of stopped the momentum of the ball so that the other team members could grab the ball himself, even though he couldn't. But that was pretty clever. Yogurt now trying to clear the ball, but also pass it forward. Raf immediately sends the ball deep into the Storm side of the pitch, trying to create an opportunity. 2 minutes, 15 seconds have passed, and we haven't seen any serious attempts on the goal on either side, and I find that to be quite fascinating. Anyway, that was a close one as well, but once again, the danger seems somewhat less because there were 3 defenders waiting. I'm really liking the rotations here because it doesn't seem like there's any moment where the goals are left empty or there's vulnerability in the defense.
Oh.
Except, I guess, that one. I spoke too soon. And Storm draws first blood. That was a little unexpected, but hey, here we have it. 1 minute, 50 seconds in, Storm have their first goal. And Juice Juice now have to catch up, and I wouldn't say that they can't. I feel like 1 minute 50 is a decent enough interval for them to catch up. But let's talk about why that goal happened, Yube. What would you say was the reason? Do you think that it was a problem on Juice Juice's side, or was it Storm's great tactics there?
Well, I'd say it's because Juice went a little bit on the offense, like overcommitted there and missed that shot from the backboard, which gave us an opening for Storm to go in for the attack there. And it looked like Juice, like the third man, creeped up too much and left the goal wide open.
Ooh! Wow! Yogurt, what a goal! 1 minute, 21 seconds, and we have the equalizer. Let's take a look at that. Yogurt, Raf was kind of like keeping one of the players away, and the defender was waiting right there. Yogurt still managed to score the goal, and from that distance, the defender just couldn't quite get the touch that he needed. That was awesome. All right, and now we have kickoff once again. It seems that both teams are playing quite well. They're not really relenting on any like in any way, right? They're just really sticking to their guns, and I'm hoping to see some exciting play. Anyway, Humus now trying to clear the ball. Hey, Humus is a player that we've mentioned from... Oh my goodness, another goal for Storm. So Yube, what about that one?
Well,
I feel like the defense kind of choked there.
Yeah, well, it was a really good setup from Storm side. That aerial, like air dribble pass play to the player that scored. And so far, we are seeing a lot of holes in Juice's defense, if I'm not wrong. Kind of slow on the rotations, and the third man not being present most of the time.
I guess that strange curse that's been affecting top teams is now affecting Juice. Alright, so the ball is on the mid field of the pitch. Oh! Oh, what a lovely equalizer. That was fantastic. Great setup by Yogurt and great goal by Humus. Yube, what are your thoughts on this one?
Yogurt really doing what he does best with those setups from the wall. Like he's really good with those, like the freestyle air dribbles.
Yeah.
And I would say like he kept the ball like in a very favorable position for his teammate to like score.
And it was also really lucky that, or I suppose not luck, but skill. But either way, it was also really fortunate for Juice that there was a second man in the exact position that he needed to be to take advantage of that setup, and it just came together quite beautifully. Anyway, Storm took the ball deep into Juice's side of the pitch, but now Juice have sent it back to Storm just to kind of... Oh! I stopped talking because I thought that was going to be a goal. We have less than 5 seconds on the clock. Anyway, I was saying that now it is very much Juice who's on the offense. And oh, the ball is still live, despite the fact that it was 0 minutes, 0 seconds. And now we've gone into overtime with 2-2 on the scoreboard. And now we have kickoff. So things being what they are, what do you expect, Yube? Do you think that Juice is going to be the one to give up the first goal, or perhaps it's going to be Storm?
Well, if Juice messes up in the defense, Storm is gonna score, because so far we've seen a really oppressive offense from Storm's side. But then again, Juice really composed, like not freaking out, and I feel like they're still into their guns, but not seeing their usual mojo.
It's kind of interesting. Even though they don't seem panicked, we're also not seeing that very smooth motions and very calculated gameplay, right? Oh, and that was a nice opportunity there towards the goal, but the defender defended nicely. Raf once again. Ooh, another miss. Humus! Oh, wow! That could have been the goal.
Storm lacking a lot of defense on the backboard, because Juice like setting it up, even though accuracy is down, but they're still making it work.
And you also can see that Juice is also subtly taking up some of the boosts on the Storm side of the pitch, so that's going to come back and kind of haunt them if the ball goes onto there and they ended up being boost starved. So it should be quite interesting to see what they do with that. But anyway, ball just went pretty close to the Juice side of the pitch, and that looked pretty dangerous for a second there. But we have 1 minute 15 seconds of overtime being played so far. I8 and Raf collide. And the momentum of the ball is killed dead in its tracks. But hey, it goes back one way and then it comes back the other way. It's like a pendulum swinging wildly. It's anyone's guess who could score the first goal now. Tensions like sky high right now. Ooh, nice bit of nice interception there by Raf. CZ was just coming to like clear and slash defend the ball, but Raf just stole it and sent it deep into the Storm side of the pitch. But anyway, Yogurt now trying to perhaps create an opportunity. Humus just eyeing the ball and perhaps trying to see what can be done. Yogurt left that one alone for Humus, and now Raf is trying to set it up. Is there anybody who can take advantage of it? This could be a great opportunity. Nope, the defender just gets in the way. Another shot, this time by Yogurt. I noticed that the ball is very much on the Storm side of the pitch. It hasn't gone to the Juice side in quite some time. Perhaps... Oh, what a close one. And another one, again defended. 2 minutes, 20 seconds of overtime played, and we are still neck and neck, these two teams. They're really giving it everything they got, and I really like seeing what we're seeing. Anyway, Raf now taking the ball forward. This could be an opportunity for them. Oh my goodness! How can that not be a goal? That was just halfway in. That is just unfortunate after everything that they've done. And that wasn't a goal either. What is going on? It seems that the Storm defense, it seems that the Storm goal just does not want the ball to go in somehow. Anyway, 2 minutes, 55 seconds and counting. Those were some great opportunities for Juice. Yube, do you think that they'll get an opportunity like that again? Or do you think that was just... Oh my goodness. Wow. I can't even finish my thoughts because these guys just make attacks so fast. Anyway, we've seen more than 3 minutes of overtime being played, so let's talk about it. What are their performances? I feel like both of them have really improved in the overtime part of the match. What do you think?
Well, this is the longest overtime we've seen in the whole tournament. I think they just broke the record. And
Yep,
so far
they
we have
definitely
seen with this barrage of shots with
Oh my god! Wow. Sorry, not to interrupt you. Please carry on. Those were some fantastic saves, though. Dangerous balls.
with Storm just defending everyone and those goal line saves. Like this defense is one of the best I've seen so far. They just survived so many shots.
My goodness. And even on Juice's side, some of these balls are just looking super risky. Like that one. That should have been a goal. That could have been a goal.
Oh, that was a nice...
Oh! And somehow I8 manages to score in the 4th minute. Incredible. So Storm have drawn first blood. They've taken the first game this time around. This is getting quite exciting. Juice now on the back foot, possibly for the first time in the tournament in the same way. So let's talk about it. What do you think gave Storm that advantage just then, and what should Juice do to compensate for it? Take a look at those stats, my goodness.
Well, normally we see Raf make a good setup for Juice and then going after the defenders or taking a boost, which kind of, whittle downs on the defense. But Storm, they were so clean in the rotations in the defense, and they kept defending with all those shots. We've never seen something like this before. And Storm, they really up the ante with their offense. Every shot they take, they make something out of it. And they actually took a match against Juice, one of the top tier teams, and this is one of the few losses Juice has taken so far. If I'm not wrong, I think this is the second loss on their side. So I'd say Storm looking really good tonight, and they could probably take the whole series.
I'm hoping that Juice does not make it easy for them, because we've seen them do phenomenally well in the tournament. So it'll be kind of a shame for them to kind of lose in a kind of undignified way, as you might say it. But anyway, that was the last game. Let's talk about what's coming up next. Juice versus Storm, best of 5, day 17 of Dhiraagu Supersonic. So the next one is going to be the second game. So let's talk about what Juice need to do to kind of improve on their performance from the previous one. What is your opinion on what changes they should make or what things they should try?
Well, I'd say on Juice's side, they need to, go for a bit more different kind of way of going for the goal. Because I feel like Storm has found out how they try to score. They need to find a more creative way to go for the goal. I mean,
the usual backboard kind of setup, right?
Yeah, the backboard setup, it's working, but Storm still finds a way to clear it every time. So Juice
that was a great opportunity just then that Juice could not make a use of, unfortunately. Yeah. Another one, and I agree with you. I'm starting to see that they tend to rely on the backboard setup sort of plays, right? When we've seen teams throughout the tournament do much more unorthodox and clever kinds of setups, like this one, for example. If they could actually nail it, I think that could have been a great opportunity as well. But anyway, the Storm team's defense is holding very solidly. That was a fatal mistake. Yeah, that was a fatal mistake. Even I can tell what went wrong there.
Yogurt with that big whip and the third man not really in position to defend.
It's very unfortunate because that is supposed to be where the third man is supposed to come in, just to make sure that even if their teammate misses, there is somebody to take care of it, right? But anyway, Yogurt now seems very aggressive towards the goal. Maybe he's kind of like getting more motivated now because of his own whiff just then. Storm now taking the ball towards the goal. Nice attack, but unfortunately it did not quite hit the mark. Wrath now sending it in. Interesting, that was a double commit there on Juice's side. Something we're not very used to seeing. They're going at the ball quite furiously now. It feels like the fire has been lit under Juice's seat, They're just very aggressive, which is something I'm happy to see as well. But Storm have all fallen back on the defense. 3 minutes, 25 seconds on the clock, and we're still fighting over it. And Juice now need to equalize more than ever. That was, again, a great opportunity, but there was nobody to take advantage of it, unfortunately. Hummus now. Sending the ball somewhat close to the goal. Wrath now with the setup, but I don't think he can do much with it. The defense is 3 men strong, so I don't think there's much to be done. Again, another attack on the goal, deflected again by Storm. Yogurt now on the defense, and yet it has been intercepted again. I think this time by one of the members of Storm. I couldn't quite catch the name, moving too fast. But anyway, the ball now very much in the corner of Juice's side of the pitch. Another attempt on the goal, another one defended, although to be fair, that wasn't a very strong or serious attempt, but hey, you never know, it might go in. I ain't now trying to make something happen here. Could this be one? Nope. Juice intercepts it, but interestingly, they also do not manage to take it to the other side of the pitch. They do not manage to clear it, but finally, after a while, it's been cleared. And the ball returns to the Storm side of the pitch after, I don't know, it feels like a long time. So, all things considered, are you seeing any change in Juice's play, or is this more of the same, do you think? Ooh, great opportunity for Wrath.
We think Storm mixing their strats and their defense looking really impenetrable. And they seem to be winning a lot of challenges in the midfield, which lets them kind of press Juice in the defense, kind of like blocking them in. We are not really seeing Raph do his usual demo dribble play style, which is really hard to play against as far as we've seen. Like, that could really penetrate some defense.
That was a great attempt at the goal just now, did you see? It went across like a great distance and hit just the backboard. With a little bit of accuracy, that could have been something. But yeah, you're right. We're not seeing Raph play the way that he usually does. And I'm wondering whether it's like a psychological thing or whether he's just being shut down, So what do you think about that one? Why do you think Raph is kind of not the Raph that we are familiar with so far in the tournament?
They're having a really hard time managing the boost on that side, because Storm is playing in this really oppressive way where they boost off the opponent, and they're really strong in the midfield. So and Juice is cornered, so they need to find a way to get out of this, or else the pressure is just going to keep getting to them, and Storm is going to get goals.
Absolutely, and take a look at that. 1 minute remaining, so the pressure is not going down. Hummus now trying to clear the ball, but I think he passed it to Yogurt. Immediately attacked by CZ, and the ball is now being cleared by Storm, but it is intercepted by Juice. It remains to be seen what they can do with this. Astro patiently waiting for it, perhaps trying to send it forward or set it up for a goal. 2 defenders of Juice committing to the ball, but somehow it's still not enough to lose them the momentum, but that's okay. 30 seconds remain, and there you go, Yogurt with the equalizer. 30 seconds remaining. What are your thoughts on the goal, Yube?
It was like an insane setup. Like, it just fell in front of the goal for Yogurt to dunk it in. He won that challenge in a 1v2.
It's interesting. I don't know whether they intended to set it up or whether it was like an attempt on goal that became a setup. But either way, now we have the equalizer Juice desperately needed, so they can stand a pretty strong chance against Storm to get that second game. Because as you may know, Storm took the first one. Unusual, but there you go. Anyway, Yogurt now trying to attack the goal, but the defenders are defending it quite well. 10 seconds remain. Less than 10 seconds remain. Raph now trying to create an opportunity. Could this be something? 3, 2, 1, and overtime. Let's go. For those who are a little bit new to Rocket League, there's something you should kind of know about overtime. It is that time counts up here instead of counting down. So we don't know how long it could go, which is kind of thrilling. And it only lasted 8 seconds.
Yeah, probably the shortest overtime we've gone through.
I agree. And yeah,
really high angle there.
it's unbelievable how like sometimes these players find these really tight angles to just shoot from, right? I really thought it was just gonna hit the backboard or go out, but hey, goal, there you go. And now Juice and Storm are even 1-1. So let's talk about the previous one just a little bit before we jump into the next one. Overall, I still don't think that Juice is really bringing their true performance. What do you think, Yube?
It's not like as I was saying, like Raph not really being able to play. It's not that, but Storm is just not letting them play. Like they're really shutting down most of the attacks from the origin. Like they don't really let Juice do setups, which is something I've been talking about for a long time in the group stages. I would mention like Juice is at their strongest when they get to do what they do best, which is like all these I'd say like aerial setups and pass plays, but Storm is just cutting them off in the like origin and in the midfield, which like I guess this is the first time Juice is going up against a team that does this, so they're having a hard time adjusting. But now they got one match, so like they can get a little bit more comfortable, change out their strats, and like play the way they're supposed to play.
I really hope that they are able to kind of change their strategy, because if it turns out that they're a team that's really good at one strat and like every other thing they struggle with, that would be kind of sad. So I'm looking forward to seeing what Juice bring to the table this time around. But at the same time, Storm, like, what a fantastic play so far to be able to bring Juice so close to such a bad situation. But anyway, 5 minutes on the clock and we have kickoff once again. Raph there with a near miss. That's pretty good. Oh my goodness, that could have been a goal. Wow, that was just bad luck all around. Bad luck for Raph, and I think bad luck for Yogurt, who did score. And I think there was a player who went into the goal itself. Oh, what a great shot by Raph. The player went into the goal itself, but the ball didn't, so wah, wah, wah. Anyway, Yogurt scores. 4 minutes, 30 seconds. Perhaps we're seeing Yogurt now ready to flex some of his skills and adjust to what Storm's been putting down. What do you think of this goal?
Storm making a lot of mistakes on their defense, going for double commits and not positioning well. Meanwhile, Juice like they keep hammering on with all these shots. So I understand why Storm is in that position, but they're attacking again.
Oh, and Astro scores the equalizer. Wow. Let's take a look at that one. Whoa, what a goal. All the way from his goal. He just set it up all on his own and it just went all the way into the goal. Amazing. 4 minutes 24 seconds. This match is swinging wildly. I don't know. I have no idea who's going to be scoring next, but that was a pretty nice goal. And now the ball is in the Storm side of the pitch, but CZ manages to clear. Could this be a setup or an opportunity for them? That remains to be seen. Looks like he's setting it up, but that was Juice on the defense. I think it was Yogurt. Raph taking the ball forward, trying to make something happen, but immediately Astro defends. Yogurt now sending it forward, CZ intercepting and also managing to clear the ball. So, what do you think about Storm's performance? You did mention that their defense had weakened. Have they kind of got it back? Because it does seem like their groove is improving,
Well, it's not as impenetrable as it was before, I guess, because Juice is finding a way to whittle it down. And they are kind of like getting a break from that first match. Like they're playing more comfortably and we're seeing more of these setups. So Juice looking a bit stronger, but they still need to make up a lot for the last matches.
For sure. And CZ now stealing the ball away from Juice, trying to create an opportunity for his team, but he's fallen back to be the defender. The other two members of Storm are Astro and XIII, I guess, are near the Juice goal, trying to create problems for them. And there you go! The second goal for Storm by XIII. Quite a nice goal too. What do you think about this one, Yube?
I guess that demo play really disoriented Juice in the deep, like near the goal, so that's what led it to be wide open.
Right place, right time, right tactic, huh? Yeah. It's also quite interesting to see like these top tier teams use demolitions very, very tactically, It's not just to blow someone up or just to kind of bug them. It's just the right person needs to be blown up in the right time. Oh wow, Yogurt.
That was really
awesome.
impressive ball shot, yeah. He was just like waiting for it, like he reacted very quickly for that one. And the third man from Storm side made a big whiff there, but other than that, like great goal from Yogurt.
A fantastic equalizer too, and now we're back to 2-2, you know? 2 minutes 52 seconds on the clock, and it could still go anywhere. I think we're about to see another overtime for this one, which would make it, what, the third overtime in this game? Which, I mean, as spectators, we're happy to see. Yogurt and Raph now slowly moving forward. Raph beats one of the members of Storm.
Raph
goes
really
up
good
against
with his
Zizi.
dribbles. He
that
can
was a
win
great
1v3s,
opportunity.
but his setups still need a little bit of work. But other than that, he's like really good.
He seems to be specializing in the dribbling kind of plays, right?
Yeah, a lot of dribbling setups.
Oh, nice setup there by Humus, and Raph scores. That was like a clear-cut bread and butter kind of setup and payoff. What do you think about this one, Yube? I feel like that was very well done.
Yeah, that was really unexpected. Like Raph with the setup from before that got defended, and Humus again going for another like play, another setup, which Raph instantly reacted to while Yogurt was just chilling back as a third man.
What a close near miss, and CZ scores the third goal to bring it equal again. 2 minutes 11 seconds. Wow. Like, my heart's just going this way and that way, Yube. Like, I think that one was Juice's issue though, right? They kind of conceded that goal through their decisions. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, it looked like Juice was not really ready for that one. But their offense, they've stepped it up like a huge way, but they really need to bring that into the defense as well. Storm, on the other hand, doing really well on both offense and defense.
Oh, what a close one there. I'm totally with you on that as well. Storm does not seem to be weak anywhere. It's just that Juice is still getting stronger as the match goes on. I don't know if that's a thing that you normally see in Rocket League games, where they would improve as the match becomes longer. But I'm happy to see it, because it would kind of be sad to see Juice go out with a poor performance, if they are even going out. But anyway, 3-3 on the score and 1 minute 30 seconds left. And I'm still not sure where this one's gonna land. It could be either team, honestly. Oh, what a nice interception there by Storm. A great opportunity created for Juice, but unfortunately they could not take advantage of it. The defenders of Storm are doing too much. Wow, look at that.
Going for a 1v3. He got away from two players, but the third man.
Oh my goodness. Absolutely. Shot after shot after shot, and they're still managing to defend, you know? It's like, you know, they're standing in front of like a baseball pitching machine or something. Just, you know, ball after ball keeps coming towards them, but the defenders hold pretty good. I feel like they're gonna score a lot of points with all of that, you know, in terms of gameplay and all. Oh, could this be it? Less than 1 minute left on the clock, and we still haven't seen the deciding goal. And any one of these could be another dangerous.
Really dangerous for Juice.
Yeah. And another dangerous moment for Juice, and now the ball goes into the Storm side. 30 seconds remaining, and Ruff meets the ball in the air, and CZ also challenges it. Yogurt now sending it back, trying to set it up for his teammates. Humus now making a shot, and oh, Humus scores! Wow, that was fantastic. Yubet, what are your thoughts? That's Juice's, wait, I guess it's too early to tell. There's still 20 seconds left, so yeah, Juice is currently having the advantage, but considering how wild this match is, who can say? We have kickoff once again, 20 seconds on the clock. So, Yube, what are your thoughts based on the last goal?
Well, Juice stepping up in the offense, it's really being shown because their setups are really good now. But Storm, they went for all out here, and then the goal was wide open.
And with 8 seconds on the clock, Juice scores again. Looks like they might have gotten their mojo back. Raph really nicely with the dribble and then kind of set it up for himself and sent the ball into the goal. Very well done. This is the kind of plays from Raph that we're used to seeing, huh?
Yeah, like we call him the mechanical wizard or something, huh?
Yeah, for sure. And we have 8 seconds left. And I still don't want to say like, okay, this team is going to win for sure. But now we have 0 seconds left. So Juice takes the second one. So the score now is Storm 1, Juice 2. They've come back from, they've come back from behind, I guess. They have won 2 in a row. And if they win this next one, they will win the entire match. And it'll be a reverse sweep, which is like my favorite thing to see in Rocket League. But anyway, Yube, what do you think about this game that we saw just now overall?
Well, Raph is what I would say is the one who can shift the whole team. Like he's the difference that can bring who wins and who loses. Like he is the spine when it comes to Juice. That's what I believe. So I'd say like as the match is going on, Juice is getting better, and meanwhile Storm like really good offense and really good defense. Like they are really smooth when it comes to the rotation, almost seamless. But Juice slowly whittling down on the offense because I feel like Juice has the superior like offense, and they're finding small cracks in the armor as they play, and we are seeing a lot more of what Juice can do. And maybe the first match was maybe I'd say them getting down with the pressure. So
It certainly seems like we're seeing a performance closer to the older Juice that we've seen in the group stage, right? So I'm hoping that they're able to continue that as well. But to continue on with what you were saying, go on.
yeah, like I'd say both teams are still really evenly matched, but Juice having more of the offense side. Meanwhile, Storm is a very well-rounded team, one of the best I'd say when it comes to defense right now.
Some of the defensive plays that I've seen them make, they're just incredible to see. But anyway, we have 5 minutes on the clock again, and we have kickoff. This one is going to be a pretty important game for both teams because... Oh, and Yogurt scores 4 minutes 44 seconds. Wow, awesome. First blood drawn by Juice. Anyway, as I was saying, this one's pretty important because if Juice take this game, they take the entire match. Storm falls to the lower bracket. But if Storm takes this one, not only do they remain in the match, they also prevent Juice from winning, and they now stand an equal chance to win with the next one. So, very high tension. Astro now going for the ball. The ball currently seems to be very much locked in the midfield. I guess that's where most of the battle is taking place in this match, at least at this stage of it. But Raph now trying to take it to the Storm side. Perhaps this is a setup. There you go. And, oh, both players missed that one. Raph passes it off back to Yogurt, who sends it forward, intercepted by Astro. That was a close opportunity, huh? Oh, Raph once again going for the goal, and what a goal! Okay, you gotta tell me about that one. That looked phenomenal.
Well, Juice, like their positioning is getting a lot better. Like they're reacting to the ball even before it gets there. A lot of trust in the teammates, I guess, and I feel like Juice is back. You know, the whole team is back, and these offensive plays is just insane.
Very much so. And some really great interceptions. Oh, look at that. Raph himself. Oh, sending it to Hummus. And Yogurt's there to pick up the slack if something happens. And looks like they lost the ball to Storm, but they now have a 2-0 lead, which is not something they were able to pull off so easily earlier on in this match. So to see that this sort of situation has come up. Ooh, another opportunity for Ruff. I think he whiffed that one. Oh, what is happening right now?
That recovery though.
Oh, that was such a close one. That could have been a goal, right? That could have been a goal.
That could have been a goal from that side. Okay.
Oh my goodness. Yogurt scores again. 3-0. What is happening to Storm, Yube?
I guess their defense is slowly crumbling away, maybe due to pressure from Juice's offense. Like they've been continuously like hammering on the backboard and the goal, and Storm has been defending since game 2. So maybe it's getting to them, you know.
Oh, what a great shot though. And that was just to remind us that, you know, Storm is not just a defensive team, they got a pretty good offense too. And that was Juice taking the ball over to Storm's side in a super dangerous way. Like, I would have been super stressed out if that were happening to me. Anyway, they try to clear the ball, but Juice is not having it. Raph now sending the ball towards the goal. That was close.
Raph really just not giving them a chance to tap on the ball, isn't he? Like, just not giving them a chance to clear at all.
Not at all. It feels like Storm is very much on their back foot, always defending, always paranoid, to the point where they can't really make much in the way of attacks, right? Oh! And Yogurt scores goal number 4. What on earth is going on with this team? Amazing. That's gonna be like a that's gonna be like a really good goal, right? So Yube, let's talk about Juice. What have they changed to kind of get such a dominant presence in the game? This was nothing like the last 2 games we saw, or the last 3 games, I should say.
Well, Juice officially got their momentum back, and now they just keep pushing the advantage with that strong offense. Like, yeah, Storm has a really strong defense, but if you keep defending, like, it eventually cracks and there's gonna be holes in it. So Juice is exploiting that currently, and Raf, like I'd say he's got a lot better since the first match. Like I guess the second match was like something that made them a little bit more comfortable and a lot of pressure off their chest. Now their rotations seem better, and then a lot of like pressure has been taken off from the players. So we're not really seeing a lot of double commits and stuff like that, or a lot of mistakes from Juice's side.
Oh, near miss there for Juice. That could be something bad. Oh, no. Luckily for Juice, Storm are not able to attack the goal. 1 minute 45 seconds and counting. Storm have to score 4 goals in under like 2 minutes. And I'm not sure whether they can do it. I mean, it's not impossible, but Juice are definitely not going to make it easy. And just like I mentioned before, if Juice do take this one, that's going to be 3-1 victory for Juice, and Storm knocked down to the lower bracket. Oh, dangerous opportunity there for Storm, but unfortunately they could not capitalize on that one. The defense of Juice holds. Oh, another one.
Storm was a bit passive just now, but now I feel like as the clock's ticking down, they are getting more aggressive. Because they realize that being passive is not going to get them goals.
Oh, that could have been a goal. That was just bad luck there. And I totally agree with you, you know. But I think that they should have started being aggressive a lot sooner, because now that it's less than a minute, it doesn't really seem like there's a lot that can be done. But hey, I ain't is not giving up. So goal number 1 for Storm. Juice still have 3 goals ahead of them. So the question is, can Storm score 3 goals in 53 seconds? Yube, I'll leave that one to you. Do you think it's possible?
Well, with the way Juice is playing now, they are kind of like pushing Storm back into the corner they themselves were in. So it's going to be really hard for them to score 3 goals.
Whoa!
But I wouldn't be surprised if they did.
Right now, I'm noticing that a big problem for Storm is an accuracy issue. There were some opportunities there for straight up goals, but the accuracy was not quite there, so it prevented them from happening, and that's something that I'm a little sad for. Anyway, 30 seconds remaining to score 3 goals. That's 1 goal every 10 seconds, I guess, if you really divvy it up like that. And look at that! CZ scores! Goal number 2 for Storm. I'm actually hoping they draw even. That would be the most incredible thing. 22 seconds to score 2 goals. 1 goal every 11 seconds if you really divide it in that way. But hey, let's see if it happens. Kickoff.
We've seen a goal in 8 seconds, so maybe Storm can pull it off into kickoffs.
I think that it's not impossible, yeah. Oh, Raf now taking the ball dangerously close to the Storm.
Yeah, Raf's just not having any of this. He doesn't want Storm to win.
Ooh, 10 seconds remaining. Ah, my god, it's going from wildly. It could land anywhere here, and it's so exciting. Oh, I ain't going for the defense, and Raf behind him on the backboard there. And look at that, just like that, Juice take the victory. And I think that's the match for them, right? 3-1.
Yeah, Juice just won the series. Man, they fought hard for this one. I'd give you that. Like, yeah, the first match, Storm was with like they had the momentum going for the first 2 matches, and then Juice their group back. Raf playing the way he always does, and Yogurt with his Yogurt has this. I'd say like he's really good when it comes to wall shots. Like we've seen him score from that really odd angle in the corner, like a lot of times, and Storm couldn't really react to them. I guess they didn't expect for it to go to a goal. So far, Juice played to the standard they always do, and Storm they played really well as well.
I really enjoyed that match. I hope you did as well, Yube. So now that we've seen that match, I would love to talk a little bit more about it, but you know what? That was too tense for me. I'm gonna need to take a breather. So I hope that you guys who are watching feel the same way as well. So we'll see you after a short break, and we'll kind of break down the match a little bit and look forward to our next match, which is set to be the BUGAETTES versus CAPALOT, which is gonna be really exciting as well. Thank you for joining us so far on day 17 of Dhiraagu Supersonic. We'll see you in a bit.
dreams, the night is heartless. My shadows, they follow you. My shadows, they follow you in the darkness. In the darkness. My shadows, they follow you like an accomplice. Lost all of your dreams, the night is heartless. My shadows, they follow you. My shadows, they follow you in the darkness. Walking on the moon. Walking on the moon.
Your happy place. It will change your groove. When you're dancing on the moon, dancing on the moon. We dance again. All our trouble seems to fade away. This is how I feel. When you take me to some levels that I've never been. When we dance again. All our trouble seems to fade away. This is how I feel. When you take me to some places that I've never been. When we dance that I've never been. That I've never been.
pizzata buona, buona pizza buona. Visnata non c'è hene pizza cagna pizza buona. Pizzata buona, buona pizza buona. Visnata non c'è hene pizza cagna pizza buona. Rahamire ham gamu dudalla iraloi bebe hitu go fadda banta taza kam go furala delivery nikan avas bulala. Ine sume sume nueng haten nuwe. Ei male ine tine fe nueng haten nuwe. Ulu male pizzata buona, buona pizza buona.
Welcome back, guys, to Dhiraagu Supersonic by Glitch Gaming. That was a really nail-biting experience of watching those two top teams go against each other. I'm not even gonna say the name; y'all would nail the name. But before we get there, I'd like to say welcome back. This is Dhiraagu Supersonic. We've got 20 days of Rocket League. We're already on day 17. Yes, we're nearly at the last stretch of this tourney, and now we're in the knockout stages. This was the second day of knockout stages, I think. No, third day. I'm losing track because it's just so much excitement happening. And for the audiences, I would like to extend my courteous invitation to make your predictions for all the matches as they happen, because we'd love to hear your thoughts on it. Joining you here tonight is Aksam as your host, and we've got Mooney on commentary, and then finally, all the way at the very end, we've got Yube, who managed to thankfully stay awake for this match as well. Hi guys, what do you think about Juice and Storm?
Yube, I'm gonna let you take this one first. Let's go technical.
Well, it's very eye-opening, as I would say. Well, as the match started, it was really on the Storm side of everything. Storm played really good on the offense and the defense. Like, their rotation was on point. A lot of they made no mistakes whatsoever as the match went on. But then after the first game, Juice upped the ante, and then they got better with the offense, which pushed back Storm into the same place Juice was in. So it looked like the turns tabled. And then Juice took the momentum and they just went with it and won. But we really thought Storm could get it.
Yeah, for a moment there, I was genuinely concerned about Juice. I was thinking, yo, where's this good team that we've been seeing play up until now? Are we going to see something like some of the other teams that we've seen in this tournament, right? Are we going to see a really great team given the pressure and lose a lot of what make them really fantastic and just fall to the wayside? But luckily, it turns out that Juice is kind of like one of those teams that the more they play, the more they kind of just come back to that stable point, you know, where instead of being like panicked or instead of worrying about stuff, they just kind of tighten their rotations, they start making more unorthodox attacks. They adjusted very much to what Storm was putting down, and the defense of Storm, I think, is the highlight for me in this match. They were so good. The score would have been so much higher if these guys were not as capable and as vigilant as they were. There were some phenomenal saves, you know, like a sure goal that just was saved by Storm. So I think that they still have a lot to be proud of, and it's not like they're gone yet. So we could still see Storm take on Juice in the final, provided they're able to go through the lower bracket without any other losses. What about you, Aksam? It must have been really cool for you on the sidelines as well.
Well, I guess this would have been already said, but the ways that you would describe the two teams is that Juice is a team that was very much, how can I say, up on the offensive. They were straight up, they knew what they were doing, and they were trying to basically execute all of it. But I'll describe Juice a little bit more after saying that Storm is a team that is professional on their counterattacks. And they would just fly in every single little mistake you make. They would fly in, they would score. And that's what they did to Juice, but that's what they had done to Vector as well. Like in that match, that was basically the crux of all of their shots. Like, except for 1 or 2 goals, everything else was a long shot. Everything else was overcommitments being punished with the goal. And you saw that in the first game as well. The first game, they were very defensive. They were very passive as well. They didn't exactly push too hard, but every time they do, you'd notice the ball would stay on the side of Juice. Now, in the second game, it felt like they were throwing it for a little bit. They held on, but they must have let it go. Third game, they were trying to struggle. Fourth game, that was when they finally started changing their tactics, because Juice is a team that learns so fast on their feet, or their wheels in this situation, that they managed to learn exactly how to thread themselves through what Storm was doing. Like, they knew the rotations, because Storm, I mean, here when we're watching the matches, we're actually using a different camera viewpoint, because I specifically requested for it. I want to see the whole match in general, to see the rotations, to learn what these guys were doing. And what I saw was that double commits only happened on the side of Storm towards the last game and last 2 games. Before that, they knew exactly where they needed to be. They knew exactly what they needed to do, and it was seamless how they were doing it. It was all almost military in a way, and it was really fun to watch that match. But I'm gonna admit, I was actually rooting for Storm, because I was hoping they would take the whole tourney by storm. But here we are. Juice managed to pull through. They were the better team in this situation, and like you said, we can and should expect Storm to come back because why not? They could just come back and go like, I'm here to redeem myself. I am here to avenge myself or something like that. But that was basically what we saw in that match, and it was exciting as heck. Like, we were screaming. You were right. There were so many goals that were surely in there, but just kept on getting denied. Kept on.
Yeah,
getting
those
denied.
were like the moments when I was like, yo, that's gotta be a goal, but somehow it wasn't. The defense held, or the luck was good / bad, depending on whose perspective you're looking at. But I gotta say, I loved that match. Especially loved how not only did we go into overtime so many times, but we played probably the longest overtime in the tourney so far.
It is.
Yeah?
4 minutes plus was the longest overtime recorded in this tourney, definitely. And
Just shows
especially with
how
all
good
those
both of them
shots.
are, right?
Yeah. Well, now the next match we've got is the Baguettes versus CAPALOT. The Baguettes are a team that if I was going to describe them, they are meticulous in the way they're played, the way their formations are, and their communication, which I suspect to be really tight and really seamless. CAPALOT is a team that, well, basically we see the same sort of vibe that we've seen on 13, because these are players that play together. And CAPALOT has been taking us by surprise, actually, with a lot of, like, how can I say, the match that they played against EVG as well was pretty impressive, and how they managed to hold back a team that managed to kick out switch tactics. So I am expecting this match to be pretty even, but if the Baguettes can, live up to their name, they would serve and take this bread. What do you think, Mooney?
I'm gonna look at some of the matches that CAPALOT have before, right? And you are right, they have been showing really, really good performances. So far, the only team that CAPALOT seems to have lost to is Juice, right? And so I do have high expectations of them. I do think that they're a fantastic team. It's just that the Baguettes have been a lot more consistent once again. Like, I don't think we've seen the Baguettes really on the back foot at any point in this tournament so far. Not in any significant, serious way, right? Because they've had plenty of perfect sweeps, they've gone up against really, really good teams, and they've still managed to win. So I think the Baguettes are gonna be the toughest challenge for CAPALOT yet. If they're able to hold on, they are champion material. If they cannot hold on, then I think that this is the skill ceiling that they need to break through to really get to that level. This is gonna be their ultimate test.
What do you think, Yube?
Well, the Baguettes, as Mooney has mentioned before, they have performed at a level which is, I would say, they always perform the same. Like, they always dominate, they always win. They are never on the backhand, like the back foot. And CAPALOT, we can sometimes see a lot of like mistakes on their side, and like they don't seem like they're on the same level as the Baguettes, so Juice or Storm. But then again, in the knockout stage, things are really different. Like, every team's playing really differently, so we can't really say the Baguettes are going to win against CAPALOT, but it leans towards the Baguettes side. And like, so far, the Baguettes have not been able to play against a team that is on par with them. That is what I believe. Like, they have yet to be challenged.
All right, before we get into the match, I would like to remind all of our viewers, our lovely audiences, please type GG in the chat as well, because then you stand a chance to be one of the two winners for either a muscle case or a free pizza. I'm not even going to tell you who those stuff are from, because you could obviously guess that Pizza Bona is not going to be the people giving you the free muscle case, right? So, also, another thing that I'd like for you guys to do before I ask the casters is, if you've got any predictions for the matches, please drop them as well. If you have any predictions for the amount of times that we would go like, oh my god, drop that as well. Whatever you think, keep it lively, keep it clean, keep it non-toxic. Moonis, what is your 20 seconds or less prediction on the next match?
The Baguettes, they're too confident. They need to be put on the back foot at least once, They need to really know what it's like to struggle against odds. So I would like to see CAPALOT win. I would like to see them really put the Baguettes through their paces. At this point in the tournament, we gotta see what the Baguettes are like when they're on the defensive. That's what I want to see.
Yube.
Well, I want to see the Baguettes do what they do best, dominate every match. And I think I think this they're just gonna take this one really mid difficulty. They're just gonna take sweep in this one. That's what I think.
All I hope is for the Baguettes to keep up being the Baguettes and not become a croissant. I will see you guys later.
All right, thanks a lot, Aksam. And just to remind everybody, this is day 17 of Dhiraagu Supersonic, and we're about to see the Baguettes take on CAPALOT. Both teams have been performing pretty well in the tournament, although, as I said before, the Baguettes have been a little bit more consistent. So, Yube, let's talk about your own expectations for it, right? What do you think is going to be CAPALOT's biggest challenge to overcome in order to beat the Baguettes?
Well, I feel like they can't really compete with them on the aerials because the Baguette has Rusty and Ghost, really good players with their setups, really strong setups, and they're a really confident team. And then they change their strat halfway through the matches, so they're really unpredictable. And then they always get back on their feet, even though the other team starts scoring. They're really a score-heavy team, so we could be seeing that again.
And ever since the match has started, we have not seen the ball leave the CAPALOT side, and the Baguettes score. Rusty with the first goal there, although there were plenty of shots on goal before then. 4 minutes 36 seconds on the clock, and we already have our first goal, and it didn't look like it was particularly difficult for them. At least they didn't seem like they were under a lot of tension, but CAPALOT now are 1 goal down, and they cannot afford to be. The clock is ticking down, and we have kickoff. The ball goes to the Baguettes side, but it is almost immediately cleared, and Voidweiser takes it all the way forward, and my goodness, another goal! This time for Ghost. That was a great setup. Yube, what are your thoughts? Seems like the Baguettes are relentless as always.
Baguettes, you always see with their setups, always very, very strong offense, and never missing. They have a really high accuracy. So the CAPALOT already on the back foot, and the Baguettes comfortable already.
My god! What the heck? That was such a great opportunity. Sorry, Yube, I kind of interrupted you screeching there, but I genuinely thought that was going to be a goal. Ghost just took the ball all the way from the mid of the pitch just to the goal and to the goal line basically, and yet it somehow did not go in. Oh my god, that was close. Anyway, back to what you were talking about. I'm with you there on that one, but hey, this game is moving in such a high speed or such a high pace that it's a little difficult for us to just keep track of what's going on, to be able to focus on any one thing too much. But hey, look at that. That was an empty goal for the Baguettes just then, but CAPALOT could not capitalize on that one. 3 minutes 40 seconds and counting, and I'm now starting to notice, right, from a purely spectating perspective, when these matches are more intense and more evenly matched, even though it's 5 minutes, it honestly feels like 15 sometimes. You know what I mean, Mube?
The match just started and it feels like it's only 10 seconds past, and then so much has happened. But Baguette's already putting on the pressure for CAPALOT, and they have no choice but to defend. And the Baguettes is not a team you should be playing passively against.
That was a really, really bad miss for Nightclo. That could have been a great opportunity there, but unfortunately, I don't think they're going to get an opportunity like that so easily again. Kane now trying to set something up, but there are 3 people on the Baguette side on the defense. What would you say CAPALOT needs to do right now to beat whatever the Baguettes are doing?
Well, I feel like they should not let them set up how Storm kind of shut down all of Juice's offense, boost off them, stop them at the midfield, try to get more position.
Oh my goodness.
And not to play so passively, because if you play passively against a team like Vegas, they're just gonna keep hammering in goals like that.
Jeez, Voidweiser, my goodness, what a goal. After it was defended, Voidweiser was there to just nail it again, and Rusty was already going for the ball just to make sure that the defender couldn't quite get to it. So nice bit of teamwork there, even though it wasn't quite necessary. 3 goals for the Baguettes, and it's 3 goals for the Baguettes, and we have 2 minutes and 30 seconds-ish and counting. And we have kickoff once again. And look at that! 4 for the Baguettes, my god! I guess this one's gonna be a little bit more one-sided than we kind of initially imagined. At least that's what it looks like right now.
Demo into the goal. Rusty never disappoints, does he?
No, even when it's a very standard goal, he usually finds some way to add a little bit of a quirk to it. But anyway, we have kickoff once again, and now Ghost is taking the ball towards the Capalot side. Kane now trying to defend it, and he could get something going here. He cleared the ball, but I guess unfortunately it's coming back. Now it is...
Nice interception.
Yeah,
They
very
are really
nicely
doing
done.
it.
They were trying to
Doing
set something up, but...
rotation on the offense.
Whoa! Another goal for Voidweiser, 5-0. Can you believe this? We're in the group stage, and these are some of the top teams playing, and yet the Baguettes are able to just pull out 5-0. And I'll be honest, it doesn't look like they're struggling at all. They're dominating. This is what you wanted to see, huh? This is the match of, that you were going for.
I don't want to really see a one-sided match this far into the knockout stage, but that was my prediction because the Baguettes is a really top-tier team, and CAPALOT needs to work a lot against a team like this. So I just thought they didn't have the skill to match, you know.
Fair enough, but I will say this, even though the Baguettes are dominating, one of the best things is that they're not dominating through like really easy tricks or CAPALOT just being bad at the game. They're dominating through like really interesting plays and truly weird or really aggressive tactics that just kind of makes CAPALOT just kind of be on the back foot a lot. And it's lovely to see, you know, it's not that it's one-sided or anything. Oh, that could have been a goal. Or maybe they were just trying to give CAPALOT like a heart attack.
That was one hell of an aerial dribble right there.
Yes, Rusty versus 3 defenders, and the defenders are like at a disadvantage. What a team the Baguettes are. Anyway,
They're
goals to now.
constantly pressuring on CAPALOT's side, not really giving them a chance to breathe, and just not letting them do anything at this point.
Exactly, because they spend so much time on the defense, they can't actually mount an attack, even clear the ball very well. Because I don't think this ball's been to the Baguette side in quite a while. In fact, this might be the first time it's moved there in over like 10-20 seconds, or maybe even a minute or more. And hey, look at that, now we're going back to the Baguette side. Hopefully CAPALOT will be able to score at least one goal to let the Baguettes know, you know, we will not go down without, you know, some kind of goal being in there. But hey, who knows. Nyclo now going for the ball, trying to steal it away from Voidweiser. Voidweiser challenging the last defender on the CAPALOT side. Great shot by Rusty. Another great shot by the Baguettes.
Oh.
And, this could be... Yeah, there you go, CAPALOT. That's what I'm talking about. I really like it when even if a team is losing, they do, they do their best and kind of score this one goal just to let their opponents, you know, like, okay, you can win, but we're still in here. Anyway, do you think that was a mistake by the Baguettes, or were they simply outplayed by CAPALOT just then?
Well, they overcommitted on the offense there because they were really comfortable there, and CAPALOT capitalized on it and got a goal in. But so far, we've seen barely any mistakes from the Baguette side because they've been playing really aggressively, a lot of demos, which disorients CAPALOT from doing anything, and a lot of setups. CAPALOT, but playing a little bit too passively. So Baguettes also, like, if you play passively against a team like Baguettes, they are obviously gonna make it hard for the other team.
Absolutely. Seeing them play, I'm starting to think that if you let these guys kind of set it up and do their own thing, move at their own pace, you're basically at a huge disadvantage because this team works together so well that maybe the way to really counteract them is to prevent them from getting into their groove, right? So let's talk about what CAPALOT can do to kind of come back from the situation they are in. So what would you say is going to be the most effective tactic against the Baguettes right now?
Well, I don't really know what they could do, but like the best tactic, but they can stabilize their rotation and go for more aggressive plays. Since the Baguettes are like throwing everything they have into offense, like the last goal, you saw them overcommitting on the offense and giving a chance for them to score. So if they try something like that again, they try to make a fast clear for the goal, and they can get goals in like that. And then another way for them to get an edge would be not to play too passively, try to go for the players. And they already know how the setups are going to be, and Voidweiser, and like he's really good at positioning, so maybe try to shut him down, maybe not let Rusty get boosts. So these are things CAPALOT can do.
Boost starving, bumping demos, all these kind of things, and just to make sure to have the Baguettes also maybe commit too much to the offense so that when at least the CAPALOT makes like a long-range shot, there is a chance that it could go in. And hey, look at this. This could be Ghost with something great, but unfortunately he whiffed that one. Voidweiser now sending the ball to the Baguette side, but it's been intercepted, but Voidweiser is like, nah, no interception. Anyway, nice setup by Rusty and Voidweiser scores. What a goal. Let's take a look at that replay.
30 seconds in and they're already doing so much damage.
Indeed, they just don't stop, do they? They live their lives 5 minutes at a time, just winning Rocket League game after Rocket League game. They kind of make it look easy. They must have trained quite a bit. But anyway, we have 4 minutes 30 seconds on the clock, and here we go! CAPALOT with the equalizer. Nice one, Nyclo. I think what you were talking about might have come into play just then, right? Because the Baguettes kind of left their goal wide open. What do you think of this one, Yubin?
I guess they're still committing to the offense and being a little bit too overconfident and letting the goal be wide open. Like, CAPALOT's a team that made it into knockout stage, so you can't really take them lightly, and they will also capitalize on the mistakes Baguettes make as they do against CAPALOT.
Absolutely, and now that we have kickoff once again, it seems that the Baguettes are going at it real aggressively, but look at that! CAPALOT gets the lead. 4 minutes, 11 seconds into the game, and it looks like CAPALOT have taken the lead. And this might be exactly the kind of tactics that we were talking about, right? Make long-range shots, the Baguettes usually commit too much to the offense. It seems that CAPALOT is paying attention, so good for them. So, wow, look at that. The Baguettes actually losing in terms of score for once in the tournament. Love to see it, not because I don't like the Baguettes, but mostly because I like seeing good teams be tested by tough situations. Anyway, Kane now trying to create an opportunity for CAPALOT, but the Baguettes intercept that one. Yalan now trying to take it forward, but Void is not having it. He's trying to set something up. Oh, that was a great save.
Nice 50-50. Baguettes, normally they win challenges, but CAPALOT now on the offense, kind of making it hard for Baguettes to play comfortably.
Oh, wow, what a great play by the Baguettes, but unfortunately couldn't really get anywhere. Another great opportunity here to score, but unfortunately I don't think there's anybody there to do it. Nyclo tried to go for the ball just now, he whiffed, and now the Baguettes are on CAPALOT's side of the pitch along with the ball. So it's very dangerous again. Another attack on the backboard. Could this be a setup for something? Who knows? CAPALOT struggling to get the ball out of there, and they finally do. And the Baguettes are now 1 goal behind. They do need that equalizer real soon. But if CAPALOT can hold on to this lead, they could stand a pretty good chance to go up against the Baguettes and kind of maybe win. Who knows? So, what do you think that CAPALOT's strategy should be now? To score goals, or do you think they should fall back to defense?
Fall back to the defense. The Baguettes is just going to start scoring. So the CAPALOT needs to exert so much, a lot of pressure, and don't let Baguettes breathe, or just don't make them comfortable at all.
They should not be able to go into their normal rotations, not just use their normal strategies. Oh, that was a close one. What a save by CAPALOT. That could have been the equalizer. Voidweiser with a great shot there. And now the ball's very much on the CAPALOT side of the pitch. They haven't managed to clear it in quite a bit. That was an aggressive action near the goal. I thought that they were just planning to bump the defenders out of the way and just empty the goal for their teammate, but unfortunately they could not do that. 2 minutes 5 seconds and counting. Nice interception there by Nyclo now, trying to create an opportunity for his teammates. And the ball kinda almost went into the goal, but not really. It's one of those really tense situations, but hey, it looks like the Baguettes are launching their counterattack. So 1 minute 40 seconds and counting, and the Baguettes still 1 goal down. And this is a great opportunity here for CAPALOT to score 1 more, but Rusty's on the job, so probably not.
CAPALOT now go on the cleanup there, but we're seeing an open goal.
Oh! Kane scores again for CAPALOT. That's gotta be something to talk about. Yube, what do you think happened there? That wasn't any defender.
Yeah, the Baguettes was kind of found disoriented, and all of the players on one side all bundled up, going for offense and leaving the goal wide open. I guess their defensive rotation's not that good, because we're seeing the net wide open so many times.
This might actually be the weakness of this team, right? That even though they're really good at pass plays and rotations and stuff, that they might not have the best defense. Which is very interesting. I didn't really see the Baguettes being challenged this much before in the tournament, so it wasn't very evident. It kind of looked like they were just generally good everywhere. But now we're kind of seeing that their defense, so far at least, has a few holes in it, and CAPALOT seems to be only too happy to exploit them. Oh, and Niklo scores again. 51 seconds on the clock. Fantastic job there. What a nice goal.
Yeah, Niklo really putting in a lot of work for CAPALOT. I guess he really wants to win this match.
Yeah, he's kind of rallying the whole lot behind him, and I'm pretty happy to see it. This is what I want to see, the Baguettes really put through their paces. If they win this one, I'm going to be pretty sure that they are championship material, you know? I don't really like seeing teams just win all the time without ever being properly challenged, so this is kind of good to me. I love watching them play, and I'm really going to love watching them basically find their way out of this tough situation that they're in. And Ghost now on the defense with 30 seconds remaining. I wonder what they're going to do. Do you think that they're just going to concede this game and maybe try for the next one, or do you think that they still have... do you think there's even a point to try to score anymore?
I don't think they can get like 4 goals in 20 seconds. But that would be something if the Baguettes can pull it off. So
I know, right?
They need to rethink their strategy, go for the next game with a clear head, focus on that defensive rotation, and bring in that offense they're really strong with.
Absolutely, and what a beautiful goal just now. We couldn't really comment on it at the time, but that was set up with a great goal scored by CAPALOT. Fantastic. Less than 10 seconds on the clock. I wonder what the Baguettes are going to do now. Nice defending there by CAPALOT. Could this be the Baguettes finally kind of like, you know, put in their place? Or are they going to make a comeback? We will see. So far, CAPALOT now takes one game. So it's 1-1 each. So let's talk about what we've been seeing. The Baguettes are kind of surprisingly on the back foot here for once, and CAPALOT now wins this one. So what are your thoughts, Yube? What do the Baguettes need to do? What do CAPALOT need to do to maintain their lead as well?
CAPALOT can keep exploiting the Baguettes if their defensive rotation is low, but then again, the Baguettes they instantly change their strategy. So in the next match, we could be seeing a stronger defense and maybe a better like control in the midfield, because CAPALOT's going for these very long shots, and if the Baguettes can shut it down, then the CAPALOT kind of loses their weapon against the Baguettes. So that is something that would be really interesting to see.
This is something to think about for sure. And as for the Baguettes, I wonder what's going on, you know? Like, they used to be so... their rotations and everything, but now I'm noticing that their defense is wide open. And they can't keep doing that if they plan to go and win the championships against teams like Storm or Juice or whoever else it might be. So... just to remind everybody, this is the second match of day 17 of Dhiraagu Supersonic, where the Baguettes are taking on CAPALOT. And the Baguettes have been dominating in the tournament so far, but now they're finally kind of seem to have met their match. At least that's what it seems right now. CAPALOT have shown consistent improvement, and now I think they're playing some of the best they've played in a while. Anyway, that being said, 5 minutes on the clock, we have another game going. Let's go. We have kickoff.
Baguettes with a strong kickoff and a lot of pressure on the offense.
Almost immediately, all of them are on this side. Oh, empty goal. What's going to happen now? Oh, look at that. They managed to fall back just in time. And that was quite a close one.
Showing off how you can use demos to really disorient your team. Like, they kind of stopped CAPALOT's whole offense.
With just one demo, right?
Yeah.
Oh, another great opportunity there for CAPALOT, but the Baguettes are just making life difficult for these guys, so I don't think they're able to capitalize on it so easily. And the ball goes, and the Rusty takes the ball towards the goal and intercepted once again by the defenders. Kane now trying to create an opportunity for himself. Ball goes in front of the goal, and nice shot, but unfortunately the accuracy was not quite there. Ooh. That's what Niklo's there for. Goal! That's great. First goal goes to CAPALOT. Could this be CAPALOT coming back and just really taking the whole thing from the Baguettes, or are the Baguettes going to be able to come back from this? What do you think about that goal, Yube?
I'm not sure what went wrong for the Baguettes, but when they can't demo, CAPALOT seems to be fine with the rest, but I don't know, like we are seeing CAPALOT play way better than the Baguettes. The Baguettes not making any good decisions and a lot of mistakes on their side.
Very strange, isn't it? This isn't the Baguettes that we've seen so far, and I'm wondering what it is that's kind of holding them back. In any case, they're now trying to clear the ball from their side of the pitch, but of course, CAPALOT is not making it easy. Finally, the ball is cleared. Could this be an opportunity for the Baguettes? No, says Yalan, and demos one of their players. Anyway, the ball goes a little bit towards the goal, but I don't think it's quite a setup just yet. Or is it? Oh, that was a near miss. It's hard to say with these teams, you know. Sometimes a clear could be a setup or something like that. These guys are just doing multiple things at the same time. Another great attack by Yalan. He's kind of pushing really well aggressively. Anyway, Rusty now dribbling, trying to take the ball forward. Intercepted by Yalan. Kane now patiently waiting for his opportunity while Yalan is taking on 3 defenders trying to make something happen. Nyclo coming in as well. I wonder if that was a feint just now, you know, like going towards the ball and just deliberately not hitting it just to psych out the other players. But either way, it didn't really work. 2 minutes, 46 seconds and counting, and we're still going. The Baguettes still have not managed to score. The score stands at 1-0 for CAPALOT, which is very strange to me, because the Baguettes, as we mentioned before, have been dominating in the tournament. So hey, now we're finally seeing them be put in their place. Not in their place, let's say, put through their paces. So they really have to pull off something special and show us the absolute limit of their skill if they really want to come out on top. Oh, great opportunity there. So, what do you think is going on with this particular game, Yube? The Baguettes still seem to be struggling to control the pace.
Yeah, so far they've been struggling, but now their rotations are a bit stable compared to the last match. And as you can see, CAPALOT they're not being able to get that many goals in. So probably Baguettes getting back the groove and playing the way they're supposed to. But it feels like the defense is still a bit wide open. Like something doesn't feel right.
I agreed. It doesn't feel like they had the same kind of finesse or the same gracefulness when they're moving in defensive rotation. They always seem to be much more specialized towards the attack. Even just now, when they did successfully defend their goal, it seemed a little choppy. But hey, maybe it's just them getting used to CAPALOT's strategies. But another thing worth noting is that now it's 1 minute 25 seconds remaining and we still have only 1 goal in. So at least the Baguettes are doing something right on the defensive side. Now all they need is that 1 equalizer. They still have somewhat enough time to do it. So we will see. Oh my goodness, empty goal, and it looks like CAPALOT scores the second one. That's what happens when you commit too hard to attacking. But
yeah, there
wow,
was a ball commit on the Baguettes, and like all the players were just bunched up there. Obviously, the CAPALOT is gonna, capitalize on it.
yes, and in the group stage with matches like this, there is no chance for you to make silly mistakes or just make oversights like that, because your opponent's gonna snap it up in just like a second. Kane now going for a great attack, 1 minute remaining. Looks like the Baguettes are in a lot of trouble. When I said I wanted to see them on the back foot, I didn't mean I wanted to see them lose. They still are a great team, but I am hoping to see some sort of stunning reversal. The ball now on the Baguette side with CAPALOT making another aggressive attack. Voidweiser sending the ball forward towards the CAPALOT goal. And Voidweiser scores! That was a beautiful goal. Yube, what do you think?
Was Voidweiser to be expected from him. We've seen him play in the 1v1, showing his skill. But so far, not seeing like them performing as they should be, because CAPALOT's kind of like oppressing them with this offense. And the Baguettes going for a lot of double commits, and I feel like they can communicate better with the team to make better plays.
Absolutely. And 30 seconds remain. CAPALOT is definitely upping their offense, while the Baguettes need that equalizer now more than ever. Less than 10 seconds remain. So what can they even do? I don't know. I mean, they still might be able to score, but it seems somewhat unlikely. Nyclo now sending the ball dangerously close to the Baguette's side of the Baguette's goal. And the clock is now 0-0-0, but the ball hasn't hit the ground, so it's still alive. And it's they're still going on. I wonder if they'll be able to capitalize on this one. The ball has somehow moved to the CAPALOT side of the pitch. Oh my goodness, that could have been an equalizer, but unfortunately, the Baguettes and CAPALOT wins the second one. Look at that. The Baguettes in danger of losing a match for the first time in the tournament. I don't think they've ever been put in a position like that. So let's talk. What's going on?
CAPALOT overcommitting on the offense, leaving the goal wide open for these long shots, and Capalot obviously gonna capitalize on everything because this is the knockout stage and this is a top tier team. So any mistake you do, instantly they'll get countered. And the half rotation from Capalot, when they know when to do it, and they do it perfectly. So we're seeing a whole new team when it comes to Capalot, and the Baguettes finally on the back foot. Like this is the first time we're seeing them in a struggle.
This is quite unprecedented as far as Dhiraagu's. I'm just amazed. I am really, really just amazed. The Baguettes have shown us some fantastic play so far, and to see them really be in this pressured situation, to be on the back foot like this, very surprising. But hey, that just goes to show what a good team CAPALOT is, or at least how good their performance is right now. So let's talk once again about the Baguettes, right? What should they do now?
They should obviously clean up their rotations like a lot. That needs to be the first priority. They need to be on the defense. Don't let CAPALOT get these easy goals in. And once the defense is fine, then they can go back to their regular offensive plays. But everybody on the backend side is just constantly on the offense. Nobody going for the defense, and like most of the goals conceded was due to that. So the Baguettes really need to up the ante when it comes to the defense. Like they need to realize they can't keep doing the same thing they've been doing, which led them to losing 2 matches.
I totally agree. CAPALOT seems to be very much taking advantage of what seems to be a super obvious weakness in the Baguette strategy, which is to kind of focus on the attack and kind of figure that would be enough, that you really don't need a really strong defense or something like that. I'm not really sure. But I'm hoping that with the Baguettes finally in such a high pressure situation, that they will be able to pull it together and kind of rally, together and pull a victory from what appears to be the jaws of defeat. They need to win 2 matches in a row without losing a single one for them to really stand a chance. Otherwise, it's to the lower bracket with them. So let's talk about CAPALOT. What do you think they need to do to continue holding on to their lead right now? I think that so far they've been doing pretty okay, but do they need to change anything, or is the current strategy enough?
Well, if the Baguettes don't change how they play, I guess CAPALOT can be, in a really comfortable position and keep playing the way they are. But if the Baguettes change their play style and play how they've been playing in the first match, CAPALOT needs to not play passively at all. They need to really go on the aggressive. But then again, it all comes down to what the Baguettes do in the first match. So CAPALOT can devise a counter for it.
I'm certainly hoping to see the best from both of these teams, and as soon as the game is set up on the technical side, we'll be jumping right in. Just to remind everybody, this is day 17, match number 2 for day 17 of Dhiraagu Supersonic, brought to you by Glitch Gaming. And we're watching the Baguettes take on CAPALOT in a best of 5 so far. CAPALOT has won twice, and the Baguettes have won once. And what makes it really unusual is that the Baguettes so far have been proving to be a very top-tier team. They're very powerful, a force to be reckoned with, and yet finally, for the first time in the tournament, they're on the back foot. And hey, look at that. We have 5 minutes on the clock. We're about to see something awesome. So let's go. And also, while we're at this stage of the game, what a great opportunity for Rusty. Is he going to do anything with it? Unfortunately, I don't think so. As I was saying, this match is quite important because if CAPALOT wins, this game is important because if CAPALOT wins, they take the match. But if the Baguettes win, not only do they equalize, but they also stand an equal chance at winning the entire match. So this is vital for them. That being said, we've seen a couple of seconds of play. It's kind of hard to see whether the Baguettes are really back or whether CAPALOT is still pressing their advantage. What do you think so far, Yuve, based on initial impressions? Nyclo now mounting the attack, Void Vicer on the defense.
We're still seeing the Baguettes a little bit too bunched up, but then again, a lot of overcommitment from CAPALOT's offense.
What a lovely save.
So far, it looks like the Baguettes have the advantage, and CAPALOT kind of, I don't know, they're not playing at their usual style, and they win the goal wide open.
Absolutely. Oh, and Void Weiser scores first blood drawn by the Baguettes. I guess they were thinking that, you know, it's such a shame that they lost twice and now they're trying to make a comeback, and we're all for it. What do you think of that goal, Yube? There was a bunch of attacks there. I think at least each player attacked once.
Yeah, each of them was just hammering it in until it just cracked the armor right there. And this is what I mean,
my goodness.
If you leave the Baguettes to keep pounding in the offense, like the defense is gonna crumble. This is the same with Juice and Storm. Like Storm had a really good defense. Like eventually they were down, and then they really couldn't do anything by the last match. We could be seeing something like that again.
We could, but of course it's worth noting that if 3 players are attacking, no one's defending. So that was luck. If CAPALOT had managed to secure the ball and send it towards the goal with any degree of accuracy, that could have been real bad. But that wasn't what happened, maybe in a parallel universe, huh? But for now, what we see is that the Baguettes have scored the first goal, and they are very much in the full swing of things. CAPALOT now on the defensive. And I guess the ball is kind of like being swapped evenly between both teams. I find that neither team is particularly controlling the pace of the game. Sometimes it goes to CAPALOT, sometimes it goes to the Baguettes. What do you think about what you're seeing overall? Are they, the Baguettes I mean, are they improving, or do you see the same stagnation that we saw a little bit ago?
It is improving a little bit, but we are still seeing the Baguettes slow on the defensive rotation. It's going to get better as the match goes on, I assume. But the ball's just going back and forth, so we don't really know who like has the advantage currently.
Look at that. That was a great opportunity for Void Weiser, and even Rusty just now sent like a great ball towards the goal there, but unfortunately the accuracy wasn't quite there, and Nyclo aggressively going towards Rusty trying to make something happen. But good bit of defending. They were able to get the ball out of there, and now it's 2 minutes 10 seconds and counting. Void Weiser passes it off to Ghost, and I think he's trying to help Rusty clear the ball, and he totally succeeds in a pretty stylish way as well. Rusty still trying to clear the ball and send it into the CAPALOT side, but now it's back on the Baguette side again. Guess they're very much on the defensive this match more than anything. It seems that CAPALOT is playing it a little bit more aggressively. Wouldn't you say so, Yuga?
So far, yeah, we've seen them try to be more offensive, but they are whiffing a lot, and then they don't really have the accuracy for it. But on the Baguette side, we saw that one goal, but they can't seem to get another one in. I don't know what's wrong. I feel like the rotation's just not better on the Baguette side.
It is very strange now that you mention it. Like usually, oh, that was a great opportunity there for CAPALOT. That could have been a goal. Ghost trying to take it forward. Rusty waiting for the ball, but it looks like CAPALOT's a little too fast. Oh, nice demolition there. Do you think that the pace of the Baguette's play is a little slow?
Yeah, that's definitely slowed down because, you know, in the first match, they always under pressure, always on the offense. But right now we're seeing a little bit slow on the rotation and a lot of mistakes from the players, a lot of positioning mistakes. Something you don't really see from
what a
Void
save.
Weiser.
Yes, I'm totally with you there as well. I'm noticing it now that you're pointing it out. But these saves though, you know, like they're really doing a good job with the defending and... sorry?
These demolitions, like these demos are what's keeping CAPALOT from scoring because they have shut down so many offenses just by these demos only.
Just the right time demo, and I think that was a great opportunity for the Baguettes, but unfortunately a double commit prevented something more interesting from happening. The ball now going towards the Baguettes side of the pitch, and it looks like it's Kane's ball. So is he going to set it up with less than 10 seconds remaining? Even one goal could be the equalizer right now, so it's quite something. If the Baguettes win 3, 2, 1, they will have tied the score at 2-2. There you go. This is what I like to see. I like to see games that become 2-2, so that like it's super evenly matched, and the last match becomes super intense because of it. I think it's just more fun that way. And can you believe that we saw the Baguettes barely scrape through just now with 1-0? What is going on, Yube?
This is another team we are used to seeing the Baguettes finally push back into a corner, and CAPALOT they keep like surprising us every time. This is like the last match for both teams. Whoever wins takes it. This is probably the first time we're seeing a 2-2 tie. Probably this is probably the first time we're seeing it. So
One
the
of the
next one
very
is
few times, yeah. The last time I
Yeah.
remember seeing it was EVG versus 13 on day 2, and that was day 2.
Yeah, and now here we are on one of the last few days. So
Yeah, so it just, I guess, kind of reflects how good both teams are. But anyway,
would be on the champions field. So Rusty, he's been doing a lot of work. We need to see him again do as much, and his team should be supporting him because he can't be the only player trying to make plays.
oh, absolutely. So let's talk about what CAPALOT can do right now. What do you think their focus should be? This is going to be the determining match of this. The determining game of this match, right? So they have to win. So what should CAPALOT do to challenge Baguettes?
Capalot should, I guess, be as aggressive as the Baguettes. Try to answer as much, try to react as fast as the Baguettes do. And as you can see, the Baguettes still a little bit, the net's still a bit open on their side, even in the last match, and they had a lot of struggle with the offense. They had to do demos because the Capalot's team reacts real quickly, and then it's trying to make a setup on the other side.
Oh,
So,
nice setup there by Voidweiser. Sorry to interrupt, but
if
go on.
Capalot can go on a faster offensive rotation, then I think the Baguettes would lose.
I think I can see what you mean by that, because the Baguettes do leave their defenses quite open sometimes. And as for the Baguettes, what do you think they need to do to
They
take
need
this
to-
one from CAPALOT?
Bring the pace they brought in the first match and continuously hammer in goals if they're not going to be defending. So I'd say it's up for the Baguettes to do something about it because this is a really important match.
For sure, this is equally important for both teams. Nice setup there by the Baguettes, but of course, the defender was right there to make life difficult for everyone. Anyway, the ball now very much on the mid-end of the field, I guess. The midfield? Yeah, there you go. Anyway, ball back on the CAPALOT side of the field, but it's almost immediately returned to the other side, but intercepted and sent back. Rusty now trying to make something happen for his team, but unfortunately, I guess he's the only one up near the goal, so nothing could happen. Ghost intercepts that one, but Yalan is still taking it towards the goal. Alright, we have interception and what appears to be a clear by the Baguettes. Now sending the ball firmly towards the CAPALOT side of the goal. Immediately, Kane takes it away and sends it towards the Baguettes' empty goal, and they score again. It's that thing that we've been talking about, you know? When you put all of your eggs in one basket, someone scores a goal. What do you think of that one, Yuban?
I've probably never seen the defense this weak on any team, and it's really surprising. One of the most top tier teams has such a bad defensive rotation. The goals is wide open, and any player from CAPALOT could just dribble it in.
And I'm with you there, right? I'm kind of sitting here thinking, wait, was their defense always this bad? And I'm expecting you to tell me it always was, you know, like with that astronaut meme or whatever. Or maybe it wasn't. Has it always been like this? Have you just not noticed because they've been just scoring goal after goal? Have they always just been leaving the back open? Is it just that this match is revealing it, or is it just happening here? What do you think, Yuban? You've seen them play as well, right?
Yeah, I have, but we've never seen them be this open when it comes. We've never seen any team be this open in their goal.
Close one there. The equalizer for the Baguettes. That could have been it. And another empty goal with the right amount of accuracy. That could have been it for CAPALOT as well. I am so surprised to see such a top team have such a glaring hole in their strategy.
Yeah,
a goal-shaped
this will be a
hole, you
very
might
big-
say.
Yeah, very big upset if CAPALOT wins because the Baguettes was supposed to take this one.
I thought that it would be like a mid to low level of challenge for them, but I guess it shows what we know. Oh, and Voidweiser scores! I gotta see the replay on that one. I'm not entirely sure how he did it, but let's see. So that was a clear that eventually went on into the open goal. The same thing that happened to the Baguettes has happened to CAPALOT now. How the tables have turned. Anyway, 2 minutes 13 seconds on the clock. Here we go with the kickoff. I am honestly not sure where this one's gonna land. It could be the Baguettes, it could be CAPALOT, it could be either one of them, and that's exciting to me. You know, it's been a while since we've seen a match where either one of those teams could win. What do you think, Yuban?
Well, there is no room for errors from either team, and now the goal, the score is even. So any mistake from any side would be just it for that team, because they don't have much time and the clock's just ticking. and both teams they seem to be going so much into the offense they keep forgetting about the defense.
Oh, look at that. Rusty going to intercept the ball, but he whiffed that one, so it ended up being on the Baguette's side of the pitch. But luckily, they're able to get it away from the goal before something bad happens to them. Nice demolition there. Rusty now trying to set it up for his team, but I guess he's the only one up front. Ghost now scrambling for the defense, grabs the boost. Ooh, nice demo there once again. It seems that CAPALOT is returning the favor for the Baguettes, just using demolitions on key players right at the moment when they're needed the most. Void Weiser now trying to set something up. Yalan challenging Void again. Ghost intercepts, and 1 minute remains, and the score is 1-1. I am on the edge of my seat right now. It could go either way. Just to remind everybody, the score overall is 2-2. So whoever takes this game is just gonna be taking the entire match. Oh my goodness, that goal was like 3/4 in. Incredible. Love it. What a save. And that was like less than a minute remaining, and we now have 33 seconds and counting. It could go either way. Oh, what a great opportunity. I think the Baguettes have never been shaken up as much as they have been right now, right? Throughout the entire tournament. Oh my god! Voices scores with 17 seconds remaining on the clock, and I'm still not ready to call this match because anything can happen. 17 seconds is an eternity at this level. So CAPALOT, can they come back from this? I guess we will know in 17 seconds. With that being said, 17 seconds on the clock, we have kickoff. Here we go. Nyclo. Yube, what are your thoughts seeing such an intense kind of situation? Less than 10 seconds for CAPALOT.
Honestly, I'm speechless because this just could go anyway.
3, 2, 1, and... Oh, what a great attempt on the goal. Could this be a goal? Oh, and the Baguettes take it. That was close. That was very, very close. Fantastic. Wow.
They could have gone anyway for both teams. I'm surprised the Baguettes were able to take this, honestly, with their glaring weakness and the whole thing. But Void Weiser really just kept composure and just took the match.
Yeah, my head is spinning right now. I cannot believe I just saw the Baguettes be put through their paces so hard. And I mean, ironically, this is exactly what I wanted to see, but now that I've seen it, I'm just at a loss for words. That was Baguettes versus CAPALOT, day 17, match number 2 of Dhiraagu Supersonic by Glitch Gaming. And the score was 2-3, and CAPALOT has now been knocked down into the lower bracket, where they will be facing... we know of one of yesterday's matches, but that's a story for another time. Now, Yube, what are your overall thoughts? That was quite a revealing match, huh? We learned a lot about the Baguettes.
I wouldn't say we learned something about them. Maybe they were a little bit too focused in the offense, leaving the defense open. Not something we see. But yeah, we saw something really different tonight. But good job to both teams.
Absolutely. CAPALOT, I think, played really well, and the Baguettes, they really got put through their paces. Either way, that was an exciting match. Thank you for watching, and we're going to go on a little bit of a break just so that we can calm down again for the third match of the night.
Yeah, I remember. Now, but I remember we threw our fists in the air singing. I remember when we were kids, never scared, yeah. And the sky went dark, we used our hearts to guide us. You showed me you care, and I remember, yeah, I remember. I remember.
ರಾಜ್ಯ ಕುದಿ ರೀತಿ ರತ್ತಕುಗೆ ಬೇರು ಮಾಸಿಂಗ ನು ಕಂಡುತಕುಗ ವ್ಯಾಕಫಾ ದುವ್ವ ರಕ್ಕ ತೆರಿಕಂದಿ ಕಂಡುತಕುಗೆ ನಿ ದಿರುಂ ಹೋದ ಕಂಡುಂ ಹೋದಿ ಕಂಡು ರೋದಿ
ಏರುಗೆ ರಾಹ ಮಾಂದು ಮಸ್ತಳು
Which gave me moments.
Are we back? Are you sure, bros? Are you gonna let me? Okay, whatever. Just then, no, I'm starting it off wrong. You just threw me off track. Welcome back to Dhiraagu Supersonic by Glitch Gaming, guys. This is me, Aksam, as your host, Monis as our commentator, and we've got Yube all the way at the end. I keep saying that, but he's not at the end. He's always there with us constantly.
At the beginning.
At the beginning, if you're reading us like a manga, he's on the beginning. And right now we are here on the 17th match day of a 20-day stretch of Rocket League happening here in the Maldives to crown the indisputable champion of Rocket League. And we are in the third day of the knockout stages. I keep getting
Kickoff stages, yeah. I almost said that as well, so I get.
Well, yeah, here we are, knockout stages, and we have seen some of our favorite teams go against each other, making us really surprised on how they don't perform, while at the same time really making us happy by how they pull through all the way or surprise us with like a performance that we did not expect. Just then we saw the Croissants play against the Baguettes play against CAPALOT. And thankfully, the bread is out of the oven. They managed to pull through. But I think the Baguettes were playing on a budget. What do you think? Like, was their performance on par?
Not really as to how they normally play. The standard was the first match was the Baguettes. Then it was the Croissants. So that's all I saw.
I'll say this, all right? Like, before the match, I think I said that I really want to get put through their paces, right? I have never been so terrified that one of my wishes has come true. I genuinely thought they were gonna lose just for a split second. I was like, oh god, my wish came so true that the Baguettes are gonna be knocked to the lower bracket to show them how it's done. But somehow they did manage to pull through. But this has been a bit of a revelation for me, because so far, because of how aggressive they are and how domineering they are, I have never known them to have such a glaring weakness. And now we know their kryptonite. Now everybody knows their kryptonite. So their next match is going to be super easy. Sorry?
What is their kryptonite? Why don't you guys help me understand? What do you think is their weakness?
Well, I feel like there's a difference in opinion. I think Monet believes the Baguettes have a weak defense, but I believe it was in this match they had a weak defense because they really wanted to win. The offense was just really
The funny
offensive.
thing is, usually when the Baguettes play, the ball is so much on the other side of the pitch that we have no idea what's going on in the defense, except when the rare time it comes over. So this match was the one time we really got to see the Baguettes on the defensive, and I kind of found it lacking. And I'm expecting them to really work on that if they want to keep going forward, because today, like, that is as close as it gets. You know, you're not going to get a lot of chances like this.
Yep, that's
What about
true.
you,
They
Aksam?
made
Like, how
it.
did you feel on the announcers bench?
Well, what I saw initially was when the first match started, I was like, they got it in the bag.
The Baguettes.
They got it in the Baguettes, and I felt like, you know what? Maybe they could round it off with like a perfect sweep. Then I saw them become the Croissants, I saw them become Rospang, and then suddenly Wish Swa, and they became the Baguettes at the very end, and finally managed to cross the finish line barely. But what I really did notice on the technical side was that they had really bad communication. They had really, really bad communication in the second game onwards, because there were so many bumps, so many, double commits, and a lot of misses. And I feel like the Baguettes just woke up in time for this match, and they were like, okay, we gotta win. And something just happened. You know, they managed to pull through somehow. But I know that a baguette is considered a breakfast meal, but please don't risk it here in this tourney, because sometimes that would be your way down the hill, because right now Baguettes are about to go up against Juice though.
I'm really looking forward to that. Oh my goodness.
This is the match I've been waiting for. This is one I said would happen in the knockout stage.
You did. You've been talking about this since I think day one, right? But
Yeah.
I'm glad that the Baguettes got to have this experience, right? It would be bad for them to experience this right at the very end without the opportunity to clean up their act. So now they have a few games at least to kind of practice and improve on the things that we saw to be their weakness. So I'm really hoping to see better defensive play. It's great when you attack, but when nobody's defending, goals go in.
Yeah, I guess that's how it usually works. But we've got the third match of the night, which is a lower bracket match, and the opponent for 13 in this match was decided in the first match of tonight, which was Juice versus Storm, and now Storm is going to be going against 13 team, and I'm trying to comprehend how 13 is going to pull through. Storm having put up such a fight even earlier tonight, and even better earlier in the knockout stages, and the type of team they are, with their counter strikes and everything, pun intended, I feel like 13 might be really pushed to their limits, because this is the last chance for both teams. I'm going to give you guys 20 seconds. Mooney, go.
The one thing both teams have in common is that they've both beaten Vector. So I think Vector's going to be like watching this match intently, and I want to see 13 win. I think that they've improved quite a lot since their first match, so I want to see them win.
Yubik, go.
So 13 is a team which has been surprising us since day one. Like, you think they're at this level, but they're not at this level. They're either top tier or they're middle tier. They're like in between, just running right up. But I'd like to see them win as well against Storm. Like, nothing against Storm. I just like an underdog story here, just like Moni.
Same here. Yeah, exactly why. I think Storm stand the better chance, honestly. But if 13 is able to pull out one last surprise, let's have it be this one. I think.
Like I was saying, this being a lower bracket match. Sorry, can you hear me? Yeah.
Yeah, we're good. We're good.
Okay. Yeah, this being a low bracket match, I feel like whether they're top tier or middle tier or low tier, I know that the match is gonna end up in tiers. So, guys, anybody who's watching, please type GG in the chat so that you guys stand a chance to win a takeaway prize out of this. You know, let's not all get too heartbroken with our favorite teams going down the drain, but that's gotta happen. This is what reality is, and we are gonna face reality in just a bit. I will catch you guys later.
Thanks a lot, Aksam. Let's move on. Just to remind everybody that this is day 17 of Dhiraagu Supersonic, right? We've been doing this for 17 days, and we're almost at the end, and now we're about to have match number 3. The last match of the night, 13 versus Storm. Two very good teams, both of them very good at very like specific things. So let's talk a little bit about tactics and perhaps strategy that they could employ. So let's talk about 13, right? We do consider 13 to be somewhat of an underdog going in. So Yupe, what would you say their approach needs to be to deal with Storm?
Well, Storm is a team that is really seamless when it comes to their rotation. So either 13 can out-rotate them, or maybe go for one of their best offensive players, which is Astro. Maybe shut him down, maybe shut down a player from Storm. Like, 13 is a team which I would say is really unpredictable with their playstyle, because we see 3 different players playing in 3 different playstyles. So it could go both ways. But I'm leaning towards 13 after last night. Like, I saw the recap, I saw how they were playing, and they completely demolished Vector. So we could be seeing the same thing tonight as well.
I'm looking forward to seeing that sort of high-level play as well. And on the other hand, Storm. Oh, look at that! Leo now with the first goal. 4 minutes, 29 seconds into the game, we have Leo with the first goal for 13. Storm suddenly looking like they might need to rethink their strategy. I was actually going to ask you just now, do you think that Storm now has a disadvantage for having played before in this tonight, against Juice? Or do you think that them playing before actually has an advantage where they might be a little bit more primed to play? What do you think?
Well, it could go both ways. Maybe losing against Juice could hit their morale, because losing this means getting knocked out completely. But it could also
great opportunity there for Zero.
Go in a way where 13, Storm has already played and they're warmed up and they're still ready to go. So it depends on how this match goes. So far, 13 with a better offense and with the pace on their side completely.
Oh, nice bit of defending there, nice bit of defending times 2 there by Storm. That was great, and currently the score stands at 1-0, so the equalizer, if the goal goes in, it shouldn't be that hard, if the only thing standing in their way is 13, I guess. But what should Storm do in the immediate to kind of, let's say, turn things around? I spoke too soon, that's what they needed to do.
Forward, yeah.
Forward. So I guess
setup by Astro and IN just hammering it in. I guess 13 was not ready for it. Yeah, 13 just wasn't ready for that one, I'd say.
Yeah, so now that we're back again, 1-1, 3 minutes, 26 seconds on the clock, we have kickoff as well. So what does Storm really need to do? Because I think that 13 is very much controlling the pace right now, right?
Yeah, if Storm goes too passively against a team like 13, which plays really well into these half rotations, it could be really risky for them.
Oh, that was an interesting tactic there. CZ just grabbed the boost in the corner there and demoed one of 13's members who was in the goal defending. Unfortunately, the other members could not send the ball this way, but that was a great opening there for a potential attack. Astro now setting something up for his team, but the second man wasn't there quite on time. CZ now once again sending the ball into the corner, trying to make something happen. It looks like 13 finally clears. 1-1 is the score, and Leo and Astro challenge each other in the air. Looks like it goes Astro's way, but 13 now have the ball. Looks like Storm's really putting the pressure on 13. It's been a while since the balls really come to the Storm side of the pitch, right? And now it's finally here again. Oh, Zero with another near miss. Even earlier, there was a great opportunity Zero had, but unfortunately, it just hit the same side of the goal. So what about 13? What do you think of their performance so far? Is this the good 13 or is it the bad 13 that we sometimes see? Or not to say bad, but like less than good.
I would say this is one of the better times we've seen them play. Like, I feel like their performance have not dropped since last night, and they're currently playing at the standard they should be in the knockout stage. I mean, they're giving the team like Storm, you know, like they're just pushing Storm back, even if it is a one goal difference.
Oh, that was a really good defending there, I thought. Like, even though the ball didn't really go near the goal, the members of 13 just kept making so that the members of Storm could not get closer to the goal, and I found that to be quite interesting. Would you say that that is also like a very useful or common tactic that you might use in high-level play, just to prevent players from coming closer to the ball or the goal, bumping and all that?
I mean, any interference is a good level of play.
And Storm now gets the lead. Looks like they are not taking their loss to Juice, lying down. 13 now on the defensive. What are they gonna do? 1 minute 26. Yeah, absolutely. And 1 minute 26 seconds remain on the clock. This could still go either way. What does 13 need to do now, Juve?
Well, they need to clean up their rotation and go for more aggressive plays, better offense. Because Storm, as we've seen before, they have a really, really good defense. So they really need to find a way to get through it. And maybe they can go for like a bit more creative goals, you know, not that directly playing into that backboard setups.
Exactly. I think I agree with you there. So as far as I've seen, Storm protects their backboard a lot, right? So maybe, you know, off the walls, maybe off the ceiling, maybe even just drop the ball in the right place. Either way, Leo Nevan trying to create an opportunity for 13. The score stands at 1-0 and there's 40 seconds and we're still counting down, and it could still go either way. Just one more goal to equalize for 13 and take things into overtime. I certainly hope to see it, but we really don't know because Storm, once again, is an unrelenting and really, really good team. Oh, what a great opportunity, and a miss there for Leo and his teammate there. And 13 now trying to clear the ball, but I guess Zero is challenging him. CZ now taking the ball towards the goal. Could this be a goal? Unfortunately, Zam is in the way. Less than 10 seconds remain, and it could still go either way. I'm interested to see whether 13 can score, whether Storm can just nail one more goal to just kind of take things, make things a little bit more certain, but I guess it was not to be. Storm takes the first game. So let's talk strategy, Yube. Now that 13 is on the defensive, you know, they need to come back from this. What do you think their strategy should be? Is it demo time?
Yeah, we've seen a lot of demos tonight, but 13 needs to clean up their rotation, and Storm with a really impenetrable defense as usual, but we're seeing a lot more mistakes from 13's side. Maybe if they can if they can make better decisions, then we might be seeing a better game overall. But 13 just needs to find a way to crack the armor from Storm's side. The Storm's been playing the same way they've been playing since the first match of tonight.
I think I'm with you there. Yeah, I agree with you. And I also want to say that I love the fact that it just came down to a difference of one goal for this match, you know? And that's the sort of stuff that we really want to see. But anyway, we'll be starting up soon as things are ready on that end. Just to remind everybody, this is the third match, the last match of the day, day 17 of Dhiraagu Supersonic by Glitch Gaming. We are seeing 13 take on Storm in the lower bracket of the tournament at the knockout stage. Whichever team loses here is out of the tournament. and whichever team wins obviously progresses forward. So far, the score stands with Storm taking one game, and we're about to see what happens next. This is a best of 5, so while they set things up, any predictions you have, please drop them in the chat, and also don't forget to say GG in the chat for a chance to win an assorted Mustel case or a free pizza. Anyway, 5 minutes on the clock, and here we have kickoff. Astro defending for Storm, another attack. Zam now. I think Zam stands as the player with the highest total score in the tournament so far, right?
He has the most saves, I think, right?
I think it was goals, but oh my goodness, an empty goal greets Storm's goal. What do you even say to that? CZ just came out of the goal and just sent the ball into the other goal.
Yeah, I mean, half rotations is really risky because it leaves third man like on the mid, and the goal's like very vulnerable for long shots.
Absolutely, and considering how badly things went for the Baguettes when they did stuff like that. Oh, and Storm with the second goal. Looks like they're really making life hard for 13 right now. What do you think they need to do to maybe try to turn this around? It doesn't seem like it's going to be easy.
Yeah, maybe they need to tighten up the defense and get a lot of players in there, because 13 so far is a really inconsistent team. Like, sometimes they make really mediocre plays, the other times they make one of the best plays in the game. And we are seeing a little bit of that mediocrity right now.
I agree with you there. When this team clicks, it clicks so well, but when it doesn't click, we're just wondering what is it they're up to. But anyway, Zam now takes the ball forward. Nice defending there by Storm. And it looks like the ball's coming back to the Storm goal again, but of course the defender's there to attend to it. These guys are not about to leave their goal open. Storm now taking the ball with Astro towards the 13 goal. Shot after shot after shot, and finally it goes in. What a goal. Let's take a look at that replay. Defended once, and I8 set it up. Shot to the goal. Unfortunately, it didn't go in, but CZ was there to clean up after him, and now we have 3-0. 3 minutes 54 seconds. A huge early lead for Storm. I think that 13 is now going to be in a really tough position, right?
Yeah, they can't really read the setups from Storm's side, and I guess Storm's kind of brutal after their first loss today.
Yeah, they might have been kind of received a rude awakening, so they're just like, no way, no more. You know, we're gonna go all the way until the final and not lose a single one. But either way, Storm is doing really well right now. 3 minutes 30 seconds and counting. Ball once again back on the 13 side of the pitch. We don't really see a lot of action near the Storm side of the pitch, at least so far. But I'm looking forward to seeing what 13 is going to do to get out of this. And it looks like all 3 players are up in the front again. So this could be something. CZ now taking the ball towards the the 13 side of the pitch. And now it looks like it's been returned, but Astro intercepted it, so it wasn't properly cleared. Now Astro's trying to set something up in the air, and there's the setup, and where's the third man? Sorry, the second man, I should say. I8 now, once again, trying to set something up for Storm. Where's the other person? It seems like there's one person missing from their setups, but 3 members of 13 falling back to the defense, and that's good right now to prevent more goals from happening, but they also do need to score. Zero sets it up, nothing happens. Zam now demos some players and tries to set something up. Leo sending it towards Zam, who also sends it a little bit towards the goal. Yube, 13, what are they trying to do right now to counteract Storm's early lead, or do you think that they're kind of giving into pressure?
They're giving into pressure because we are seeing Storm just defend every goal or every shot they're taking and going for a good clear and trying to make a goal against 13. So far it looks like 13 not really being able to live to the name tonight. Like after last night's performance, we're not really seeing that again.
Well, I'm hoping that they'll still be able to score a few goals here. We have less than 1 minute 45 seconds and counting down. We're still seeing a lot of action on the 13 side of the pitch, not enough on the Storm side of the pitch. And just like that, 13 scores their first goal. Leo Nevan, 1 minute 36 seconds on the clock, and we have our first goal for 13. Storm still have a 2-goal lead, but the question is it possible to score 2 goals in 1 minute 36 seconds? Do you think that they could do it, Yuba? Do you think that 13 could really equalize? based on the play.
is a team
just now.
full of surprises, so they could really go for anything. But then again, Storm has a really
Yo!
good team.
Oh my God! I am with my screeching, but that was an unexpected goal. What a setup! What a payoff! I'm loving it. I guess 13 is going from mediocre 13 to what the heck 13, and I love what the heck 13 because it's always leaving us saying what the heck.
Yeah, I say maybe they can't do it, but then they're like, no, we can do it.
Maybe we should just keep saying that so that they can kind of like, just go. Oh my God! And we have the equalizer. What? These guys just eat spinach like they're Popeye or something because their performance just skyrocketed. This is unbelievable. There you go. Beautiful goal there by Leo as well. 3-3 now is the score. 1 minute 23 seconds remaining. Yube, I think we need to reevaluate this game a little bit. What do you think?
I mean, 13 always an inconsistent team, so now we're seeing the better 13 playing because I guess.
Oh my God. I'm totally with you there. You know, like a couple of minutes ago, like literally 2 minutes ago, I was so sure 13 would go down and it'll be super sad. But now I'm thinking that it's Storm who are in trouble. And it's only 13 in this tournament so far that can make like the game swing so wildly, you know? Even from a spectator, I cannot tell you what's gonna happen next. Anyway, we have less than a minute left, so whoever scores the next goal is gonna be at a huge advantage. So the only question is, are we gonna see overtime or are we gonna see another goal? And I guess we are. 41 seconds on the clock. I ain't scores. Let's take a look at that replay. Oh.
Getting the momentum, and then they went for a lot of backboard setups, and that demo really opened the goal up.
That double commit and the demolition definitely helped out. 40 seconds remaining for 13 to score that equalizer once again after working so hard to get 2 goals. Come on. We just saw 13 pull off something awesome. We don't want to see, mediocre 13 at the end of it, so please do your best. Anyway, Leo Nevan moving the ball, 25 seconds remaining towards the Storm side of the pitch, and it just kind of brushes near the goal, and I guess it's about to be cleared. But looks like they were able to stop it near the midfield, but the ball once again goes towards the 13 side of the pitch with Zam. Less than 10 seconds on the clock. Anything can happen, just like an equalizer. 6 seconds clock, and Zam with the equalizer for 13. My goodness, 4-4, y'all. These goals are being painstakingly pulled from each team. Like, this is just not going easy. I'm loving this. Yube, it's hard to say who's even really gonna take it. What do you think is gonna happen? 5 seconds on the clock.
I can't even say, because 13, when they start making these plays, who knows?
Honestly, yeah. Because, I mean, we can still say that a goal could happen within 6 seconds because this match is just swinging wildly. But luckily, we are going into overtime. I say luckily because for viewers, for our spectators, even for us, overtime is the most exciting it gets because it's sudden death now, One mistake and that's it. But anyway, 13 versus Storm. This is game 2. We're watching the third match of tonight, and both of these teams are going up against each other now. It is overtime. The score stands at 4-4, as you can see. A great attack there by Storm, and Storm take the second game. Wow. 13 now in the most precarious position they've been in all match. 2-0. If Storm win once more, that's it. So, let's take a little time to kind of reflect on what we just saw. Yube, 13 went from, the old 13 to the new 13 and back and forth. So what are your thoughts?
Well, 13 made a lot of mistakes, when it came to the overtime and during the early matches, early through the early game, right? But then during the mid game, they changed it up, and then they went for 4 goals consecutively, and Zam carrying like he always does, and Leo getting these unpredictable goals. And so 13, they really need to be more consistent with how they're going to play. Yeah, I guess it can work as this surprising tactic, but this is not the time to be making these mistakes. This is literally do or die, because if they lose this next match, they're out of this tournament, and Storm is going to be in the lower brackets.
Exactly, and I think that this is a good time for us just to take a little moment to talk about how important consistency is, right? No matter how good you are, whether it's at dribbling or just, just doing different kinds of aerials or whatever it is, if you're not consistent with it, I still think that the consistent player stands the better chance, right? In any case, Storm now have a massive advantage over 13. They have won 2 games compared to 13, who have won none. So if this next one goes Storm's way, they're going to take this one in a perfect sweep. But if 13 are able to come back and show us that really great 13 that we've seen several times before, perhaps they could still stand a fighting chance. So let's talk strategy, Yube. What do you think 13 need to do right now to withstand Storm's onslaught?
Well, I'd say they need to make more aggressive plays, because sometimes when Storm gets pushed behind, they play a little bit passively. So maybe 13 could push them to that point, or try something
great
else in
setup.
defense. Maybe take some notes from Juice and go for these setup / demo / boost stealing tactic Raph always uses, which always works. So no reason they shouldn't try it.
I think, yeah, that might be the way to go, right? And let's hope that 13 are able to keep their skill level consistent, because, I mean, they're clearly talented. Let's not even kid ourselves. Like, supremely talented. The only problem is, like, they're not able to showcase it most of the time. Not most of the time, some of the times. And that's super regrettable, because we know what they're capable of. And hey, look at that! Great attacks both by Storm and by 13, one after the other. And either one of them could have been goals, but the defenders were really doing their job. Anyway, another dangerous situation for 13, with Storm taking the ball really close to the goal. 3 minutes, 50 seconds and counting, and it could still go either way, honestly. I'm kind of like wondering who's gonna draw first blood, because I think that's really gonna change up the whole vibe of this game. So anyway, just to remind everybody, 13 is in the worst position right now because Storm have won 2 games so far. If they take this one, they're not only do they lose the match, they are also 13 also gets knocked out of the tournament entirely. So it's extremely important. Oh, an empty goal, and Dizzy scores. What a timely demolition that was. Let's take a look at that replay.
I don't know who demoed who, but that demolition really sealed in that goal.
Fantastically done. That was awesome. All right, and we have kickoff once again at 3 minutes 20 seconds and counting. It looks like 13 is about to mount an offense on the Storm side of the pitch. Let's see what they do. Oh, Leo going parallel to the ball. Unfortunately, couldn't really bump into it, even though it was quite close to the goal. And it looks like 13 is now on the defensive again, with Storm pushing forward. What's gonna happen? Leo blocks, but I guess it was a double commit because he also bumped into his own teammate there. CZ now. Oh, another demo. Nice one there, I think, by Zero. It's Zam, I think, trying to put trying to move the ball away from the goal and trying to clear it. The ball has now moved to the Storm side of the pitch, and the score stands at 1-0. 13 now on the defensive again, and it's not a good place to be, especially if you are like an inch away from being knocked out of the tourney. Anyway, they try to make a setup. Storm immediately blocks that. And Zam now just trying to make something happen, but the ball goes towards the 13 side of the pitch. Yube, what are your thoughts? I feel like we're seeing the less than stellar 13 at the moment. Oh, and a beautiful goal by Zero. I guess he heard me. Good job, and I really like that setup there as well. Kind of unconventional, right?
Yeah, I would say 13, they got a nice setup there, because like Storm couldn't clear from that, and the third man was just coming on the rotation for the goal, but he was a bit slow on it, so 13 took advantage of it.
Exactly, and also, why bounce it off the wall when you can just bounce it off players? That's awesome. Anyway, the score now is 1-1, 13 and Storm tied again. And this is the worst place for Storm to be, because they need to win, because this is the greatest opportunity I think they're going to get to win this match. So if they don't take this one, it's trouble for them, because then they're going to have to go up against 13. And just to remind you guys, Storm already took on Juice, one of the toughest... hey! Estro scores for Storm! What was I saying? Anyway, so Storm already took on Juice, one of the toughest teams in the tourney so far, and that can't be easy, you know? To play... games of Rocket League probably does involve a lot of mental and physical stress as well, so I'm wondering how long they can keep up their pace. 13 is a relatively fresh team in terms of the energy they've expended today. That being said, it seems like Storm is winning, so maybe they really do have the endurance for it. What do you think, Yube?
Well, Storm always performing at the same level, but 13 inconsistent as usual, but every time they perform well, they perform better than any team.
Oh my god, that was almost a goal. What just happened? It just all the way over here, and I was just hoping to see it go in, and I guess not. Storm is defending really well. I can't really see 13 getting excellent opportunities to score. They're doing defending like to a level that I'm very, very happy with. Anyway, less than a minute left for this match to be decided. So 13 need an equalizer now no matter what. And Storm now need the score to stay the same as it is, or at least for them to get more goals no matter what. Really depends on where this is going to land. 40 seconds and counting. It honestly feels like an eternity. Another great opportunity here for 13. What's going to happen? 30 seconds remaining. And it looks like 13 is pressing the attack. They're not relenting. Zam. Oh, what a great opportunity missed. That could have been an equalizer, but unfortunately not. And the ball is now moving towards the 13 side, but they're not letting it happen. Zero. Leo and Zero, everybody's up in the front, I guess.
It's looking really dangerous for Storm.
Oh my god, that was such a great opportunity, and I don't think they were able to make use of it. 3, 2, 1, and it looks like the ball's still alive. The ball is still alive, and if we get an equalizer out of this, I'll be so amazed, but I guess we won't. Storm win with, I guess that's a perfect sweep, huh?
Yeah, that was a perfect sweep from Storm. It's not something we expected because 13 is a team that brings something new to the table every time.
And with that, I guess we just saw 13 get eliminated, huh? And
yeah,
we saw
unfortunately, a really good team is getting knocked out.
Yeah, but on the bright side, they were also knocked out by a really good team themselves. Storm has been performing fantastically. Anyway, that's it. 3 out of 3 matches, and we just got our results. So, what do you think, Yube? Overall, the match. And hey, welcome back, Aksam.
What's up, guys?
That starts first.
Yeah, that was not the most, like, how can I say, exciting match I've seen, to be very frank. I was expecting a lot better coordination on the side of 13, but then again, you know, Storm. This was Storm in their element. This was Storm not playing it safe and just like whacking it out there. And they just beat 13 down 13 notches, and au revoir for 13.
Well, with that, I guess 13 is eliminated, but I gotta say, so far, 13 have been one of the really entertaining teams that we've seen in the tourney, right? I remember the first match that we saw of them, they were notable for being a team that didn't care about defense at all and just kept attacking so much that they just simply outpaced the other team. And we've seen them pull off many different styles of tactics and play and everything to show that they truly have skills that go to every part of the game, but their consistency is where they're lacking the most, is what I'm thinking overall. But I still say, great team, loved seeing them play. We'll be sad to see them go, but better luck next time. What about you, Yube?
Well, honestly, I thought 13 would perform better after what we saw in the first match. But then it just kind of went, like going down. Not to be too harsh, but Storm played really, like, they play, the performance didn't go down. Even though they played 2 matches tonight, it was the same team. We see that strong defense and the really quick rotation, like the transition. The transition's really fast, so they are like defending and then attacking at the same time. So something like that.
What I feel like just happened was, in the first match they played tonight against Juice, they were playing very passive and safe. Juice is a name to be reckoned with, and that cost them. And this time going up against 13, I think just all they saw in front of their eyes was like, we must avenge ourselves with Juice once again. And then just took it all the way to the finish line, and they wiped that slate clean of any 13s. But anybody who's a fan of 13, fear not, because they are like, how can I say? Remember what I said about many players coming in from other teams playing together and stuff? CAPALOT could be 13's future as well. CAPALOT has been proving themselves out on the field again and again, but apparently I have heard from a little birdie that the entire team of CAPALOT isn't that old actually. it's a very young and very talented group of people, the kind of people who could take on 13's mantle in the long run. Because
Oh,
a
I
little
see.
bit of what I saw from the side of 13 was overconfidence tonight. They thought they could handle it. They could not. They could not brave the storm. And here we are. We have come to the end of this night where we have had 3 matches of, once again, what I'm really like happy to see is how we have so much of a difference in skill levels and different styles in each match we're seeing like in the knockout stages. So let's just look at the brackets as they are, where the teams are, where they're going to be ending up as well. As you can see, this is the upper bracket, and all the way in the semifinals, we've got a full brunch.
Juice versus the Baguettes. Wow, talk about like one of those matches that like a dream match, you know? I'm so torn for this one. I love both of these teams. It's gonna be like, I don't know who to root for. I'm gonna love it.
Yeah. Yube, what do you think of the brunch we planned for semifinals?
The brunch is something I've been looking forward to since the group stages. Honestly, I didn't know we'd get the brunch after how the matches were going. But I am excited to have brunch tomorrow after the breakfast. So
I wonder who's gonna eat who up in this match. In the lower brackets, we just saw a lower bracket match once again, which shows us how even a team like 13 could be kicked out, even though they managed to beat Vector. Now by Storm, they have been removed from play, and they're about to see who is Storm gonna meet. Who do you think is gonna go from CAPALOT and EVG? CAPALOT has already defeated EVG once. Do you think they can repeat that play once again?
maybe after, like tonight, they showed a really good performance against the Baguettes. Maybe they can take down EVG tomorrow. That's how I think it will go.
Well, we've got
Just to say something really quick, right? Like we were talking about the Baguettes before, we've never seen them put through their paces this thoroughly. And CAPALOT were the people who did it. And now they're taking on EVG. I think EVG needs to be really worried. They need to take this as seriously as if they were facing the Baguettes themselves.
Well, hopefully it's not the Baguettes we saw tonight. Maybe it's gonna be the Baguettes we've been seeing before, because I was disappointed in their lack of coordination in this match, not gonna lie. We had 2 players from the Baguettes actually on with us yesterday as the analysts for the matches, and that was a lot of fun.
That's exciting.
Yeah, so here we are, guys. This was a really fun 17th day. We've already overexceeded our time by nearly half an hour. The most important thing of every night, Yube, what is the most important thing? Tell me.
Okay, the master.
Yes! We've got to go for the lucky draw, my friends. Let us go check out who won the lucky draw. First of all, it's a pizza from Pizza Bona. And who typed GG and got lucky? It is Violet Merlin on YouTube. Congratulations. Thank you all. Thank you for your GGs and your support on our chats and all of that. Thank you so much. And I hope you also left us a little bit of a, how can I say, predictions for the matches as well, because that's something I've been hoping to see. Let's go and see who got the Mastalo case, from which I hopefully might be able to swipe 1 or 2. Hussein Irfan Ahmed on YouTube. Congratulations. Hussein Irfan Ahmed. I don't know if I should say Ahmed and refer to your dad, but congratulations on winning the Mastalo case. Please, both of the winners, please text us on our Facebook page, and we will be giving you a coupon that will be used to redeem the prize at any at the outlet that you had won the prize from. Congratulations, guys. And yeah, we've got like 2 more nights, guys. 2 more nights.
I know, 20 nights of Rocket League. It's been very interesting. It certainly helped make Ramadan just fly by.
Exactly. It was quite a blessing to be part of this. And also to remind the winning team, you are winning 10K, so I am expecting zakat from there as well. All right? You gotta be the change you want to be.
Mascarlo, the money, probably a pizza slice.
Exactly.
You guys gotta give something to Aksan. He's dying.
No. I've got enough Red Bull and Muscle that I'll be swiping from my technical team's house, so that's okay. Okay, so yeah, let us also. Oh yeah, before I forget, let us take a look at the people who have been making this a possibility. Our sponsors. First of all, we've got Mandu Mus with the Mandu Mus case every night, and congratulations to the winner of tonight as well, Pizza Boner's winner. You guys are supposed to be texting our Facebook page, and we'll be letting you know how to get that prize. Print Lab, thank you so much for your printing assistance. eLife for the MVP sponsor of the final match, and we've got Gizmo, who has been providing us the gadgets that's making this a possibility. And thank you so much for Dhiraagu as well for the connection that has been making this a possibility. Dhiraagu gulum, basically. Guys, it's been a long night, and hopefully we'll be seeing a lot of different stuff happening tomorrow night. Another reminder I'd like to give to most of the people who play Rocket League, there is a secondary lucky draw, a tertiary lucky draw coming up as well. In this lucky draw, the winner would get something that's related to Rocket League. Okay, I hinted this before, and I'm reminding my technical team about it as well right now. They probably they didn't forget it. No, they didn't. Yeah, so yeah, this is something as well to look forward for. And I guess we've come to the end of the night. Anything you would like to say before we end off?
I'm so excited to see the Baguettes go up against Juice. Like, for real. Cannot wait for tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm really hungry right now for the brunch. I mean, and for dinner. So that's what I'm looking forward to tomorrow.
All right, guys, we will catch you tomorrow. Like I said, brunch is on us. Good night.
අම්මට කොච්ච බේනුම්මනේ 2GB නුවේ දිබේ 3GB data දැන් ඉහුන්න වෙස් කොලන්ජේ බෑම voice minutes කොලකා ඒක තේ SMS කොල වෙස් වට්ටාය දෙ data voice minutes තේ SMS hello කො streaming න 1GB වට්ටාය දෙක and එයා ගෙඩු කොල්ල chat කොල්ලම් වෙස් GB social media වෙස් GB කොල වට්ටාය දෙ
prepaid combo එල්ල බෙදාන්නත
තිහුරියාච හුන්නනේ මේක
මිහාර වකිවකින් එච්චි නෙගුමවර කොම්බෝ ප්ලෑන් නගාල මාසරි data voice adi SMS වෙන කොම්බෝ ප්ලෑන්ස් මීගේ තුරු chat stream adi social media බලලා free data
අස්සෙන් ගත කොම්බෝ මසාලේ වන්
prepaid combo plan activate කරන් Dhiraagu app download කරන්න